30 of GameSpeak podcast.
270.
Wait, 270. Why did I say? Yo, and hello, and welcome to the 270th episode of GameSpeak Podcast. New episodes go for free feed subscribers every Wednesday in audio format on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast platforms, as well as in video format on YouTube so you can see us in stunning HD, where we need you to hit subscribe and click that notification bell. We are now streaming live every Monday at 7:50 p.m. CST on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast, youtube.com/CreateForSanity, and facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast if you want to catch the show as it happens before anyone else. Also, be sure to join the community in the GameSpeak Podcast Discord at dsc.gg/GameSpeakPodcast to hang and talk games with other nerds like us. This show is two childhood BFFs and a brand new BFF bringing you all things video games. I'm one of your hosts, Jamel Al-Jafra, alongside Brent, Built This City Bass.
Alongside Devin, Don't Stop the Rock Mayor.
Oh, you could have kept it. Don't stop believing.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
I thought that's where you were going with it,
yeah,
but
it
at
was-
least he pulled it like a
it was
M. Night
on-
Shyamalan.
I had
almost.
like a second to think. I'm sorry, guys. I was trying to figure out how to share the thing on the Facebook too. It's a whole thing.
Yeah,
We just want you to know that you're a failure, Brent. And we don't. We're disappointed.
Oh yeah.
Hi, this is your father speaking, Brent. No, I'm just kidding. It's just like no, but
What's up, guys?
yeah, what's been going on?
I don't know, man. Just failing all over the place over here.
Look, man,
Do better.
just like keep
Says the guy who never shows up to the podcast.
Because I'm a hardworking person.
Oh, okay.
No. Yeah, he's
Which,
leaving the
speaking of,
podcast.
for the
I'm just
listeners, speaking of, I recently got back into HVAC, is why I've been very spotty with my attendance, and I am working 12-hour days on a regular basis.
12 hours.
Do better,
Sweating-
Devin.
Sweating my fucking dick off, and yeah, so
Well,
it will get better once things cool off, and Texas isn't a literal hell.
so never. No, but no, I was gonna say. Speaking of all of this stuff, guys, about our failures and Devin's dick like sweating off and stuff. Soon, we've already mentioned this. I'm going to be in the new apartment soon, okay? And I figured we might as well start hyping people up now. But once we get into the new apartment, we're probably going to like. No, we're not changing the name. if anything, we're fixing our YouTube channel.
Get ready.
To yeah, we're gonna get a new YouTube channel, and it's actually gonna be called GameSpeak Podcast, unlike the one that we have now that is
Yeah.
like completely named different from everything else. But yeah, so it'll be hype. We'll be doing some changes to the show.
A
and
makeover, if you will.
A makeover, yeah. It'll be a nice
New
little
studio,
makeover.
new podcast.
For sure.
No, same podcast, better podcast.
Live, love,
Same great
laugh.
taste, yeah. It's like
Live-
live, laugh, laugh, live, laugh, laugh. But yeah,
No rag rats.
definitely none of those. We don't have those here.
No.
But
We are going to change it up. Get ready for that, everybody.
yeah, get hype about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so y'all do anything this week? Anything
I've kind of been
interesting?
sick all week.
Damn, dude, you brought the COVID
I
here?
might have not. I don't want to say I brought the COVID here, but I'm kind of blowing COVID all over you.
What?
guys right
Oh
now.
my gosh.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm just kidding.
But I
Yeah,
have
buddy.
been under the weather, so I'm sorry about that.
Man,
If you guys get sick, it's totally my fault. So just accept that.
is what
Accept
it
your
is.
days off, like a champ. Except you just have to work from home, sick. That's just how it works. for
Which
you,
is
Jamel.
worse,
I'm sorry.
actually.
Yeah, I got no days off in this heat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sweating while I'm dying under a fucking house.
Hey, but at least if he gets us sick, then we get it out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Then we don't have to be sick for like another year.
I
That's how
definitely
sickness works,
didn't
right?
Have COVID. Yeah, no, I think that's how COVID works. But I don't think I have COVID. So you're
It could
probably
just be
fucked.
how dry everything is. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you could just be dry, dude.
could just be.
I'm
a
just
bitch.
dry. That's all it is.
Brent's
If
just
Devin, you're
dry.
gonna have to stop just being so derogatory
I'm sorry,
towards
man.
me today. I'm not
I'm
fucking
sorry.
around right now. Like,
Brent's not
I'm
feeling
serious.
the hate,
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
dude.
Chill out with all that, please. Anyways,
But
continue.
look, here's how it goes, guys. So Brent's sick. I'm not. Devin's hot, like outside. So what else has been happening? What's been going on?
Lots of video games.
Yeah, we have been doing. I've been playing a lot of video games, surprisingly, like things that I haven't normally played, like not just Warzone. But I can't talk about that right now. Let me think. I know I did something of interest this week. That's why I was hoping you guys were going to talk so I could remember what it was.
I've literally just been in a kitchen cooking all
Hell
week.
yeah.
That's it.
That's what's
That's
up.
all I've been doing.
Cooking up that dope, dude. What you been cooking?
Just food.
Oh, just like at work.
work.
Okay, I thought you meant like you just been like on
Yeah,
getting
no.
into chefdom.
I've
I haven't cooked anything in a really long time, and I feel like just like a failure for that. Like I feel like at my age, I should be cooking a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, dude, and like eating out has gotten so much more expensive over the last like couple months. It seems like it's ridiculous.
I'm very fortunate that I can mostly just like eat at work. Like,
nice.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. See, I literally eat. I literally work to eat. Like I like to just all of my money goes towards food. It really does. Like if it's not a video game, it's food. Like that's it. That's my life.
See, like that's a big perk of my job is like working in the back of the restaurant. They're just kind of like, you guys can kind of just eat what you want. You know what I mean? So we're just making burgers and just doing our thing. You know what I mean?
That's so dope.
It's pretty great.
That is great. But yeah, I guess since not too much has been going on, let's just get into the gaming news, dude.
Let's
Just so you guys know, we are using articles from gaming news sites from around the web, and we do not claim any of these articles as our own. We're simply bringing them here just to, put them all in one place. You ain't got to go to IGN and then GameSpot and like all over the internet. You can just go to GameSpeak, dude, and hear us talking to you. Like it's like an audiobook almost. You know what I'm saying? It's like for all those people that don't like to read,
It's exactly what it's like.
I don't like to read.
Me either. But yeah, so who wants to go first? Brent, you go first since you probably have the most news.
All right, let's see what we got here. Sony has completely changed its PlayStation Plus service, introducing 3 tiers for subscribers to choose from. The PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium tiers are a bit more expensive, but they give PS4 and PS5 gamers access to many more games than the standard PS Plus Essential subscription. As a matter of fact, the PS Plus Extra and Premium tiers will soon be getting an influx of new games, with 15 titles coming to the PS Plus Extra subscribers, and 17 set to be available for those signed up for PS Plus Premium tier. All of these games will be joining PS Plus Extra and PS Plus Premium tiers Tuesday, July 19th, making it a huge day for PS Plus subscribers, to say the least. Those signed up for PS Plus Extra will be able to get their hands on 5 Assassin's Creed games, technically 7 since Assassin's Creed the Ezio Collection includes 3 games. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, which is like the PS5 version of it. Marvel's Avengers, Saints Row 4 Reelected, react to it, blah, 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 blah. Basically, the moral of the story is that Stray is day one coming to PlayStation. So they are, despite PlayStation making a point to be like, we're not gonna focus on day ones. This is the second day one release they've done on PlayStation Plus, which is interesting. Shadow Warriors 3 wasn't a big release, but Stray I feel like has a little more weight to it because it was one of the first games they showed off with the PS5. You know what I mean?
For sure. Though it's not a PlayStation exclusive. That it is a big game though, but it is it is like it's going to be on everything else
this
as well.
is kind of like the equivalent of like Psychonauts 2 or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they build it with the PlayStation, but
And
it's
then
not really
it goes
a
to
PlayStation.
everything.
Yeah, it goes to everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure. No, I'm interested in Stray. I've seen some decent reviews of it, but like I've noticed like most of the reviews I've listened to about it are like it's unique.
Yeah.
It's
Just
a
go much
game.
further than being unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like like they say it's like interesting to be in the world and whatnot, but like there's no like jump button. Like you walk to like certain spots and then
It's like
it'll like
interaction
pop up.
points?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
interaction buttons. And I'm like,
IGN seemed pretty high on it, like
Oh,
all
really?
around. Yeah, they gave it like an 8, and they praised the world that like you're in and stuff, and like the
Yeah.
perspective that you're seeing everything from. It's kind of a short game, is what they said. It's like 6 hours long or something.
damn, that's really short.
Yeah, but I'm sure that keeps it from like overstaying its welcome. You
Of
know
being
what I
a
mean?
cat
Yeah,
in a
I'm sure
cyberpunk world.
it's kind of like Maneater or something, where I'm sure the game is really fun, but like it just probably gets old after a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a gimmick. Like
Yeah.
that, I mean, not the game is a gimmick,
No,
but like the
yeah.
idea is a gimmick.
Mhm.
It's like you're a cat.
There's probably only so much they can do with that. You know what I mean? But like I said, Maneater was a good game for what it was, and I think it was
Yeah.
roughly the same length. So it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Tell that to
you know.
Sly Cooper though.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
They
I
made
do
it
know what
work.
you're
Tell
saying.
that to Sonic the Hedgehog, bro.
I do want one of those. Have you seen the cat carrier backpacks you can get? The stray themed like cat backpacks you can get?
No.
It's sick, dude. It's like stray merchandise, right? But
Nice.
it's just a fucking backpack you put your cat in with like a little bubble.
Oh,
so
you
your
put
cat-
your cat in it.
Yeah,
I've
your-
seen those. I didn't
yeah,
know it
yeah.
was Stray specifically.
My girlfriend got one on Wish a long time ago,
Okay,
which
yeah,
has
yeah.
since like fucking disintegrated on us. You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah.
You like
We
put the
got it
cat
from
in
Wish.
it.
It's
It's
what
what I
literally
was saying.
just
Anything
falls
from
apart.
Wish.
No
It's
handles.
not even a backpack or a bag anymore.
She's like, why do you have your cat in that box, bro? You just carry it around like that. But
That's his timeout box.
anyways, I mean, that's some good news for Sony. Devin, what you got?
So, a Pokemon trading card game reality show could be happening soon.
Whoa, what?
Hold on. Let me guess what this is going to be like. So, all right, it's a reality show.
Yeah, I'm thinking something to do with the tournaments, maybe, or like following an up and coming Pokemon trainer or whatever they
Yeah,
call
'cause
them, like the people that partake in the actual card game.
That would be like
Oh,
a
that would be
documentary,
sick,
though.
like-
Reality is more like
Or
fucking.
maybe there's a competition. They start out with like
Yeah,
20
yeah.
of the 20 of them.
20 of the best
Yeah.
Pokemon
Yeah.
card players in the world, dude. They have like a fucking national like tournament, and like they'd narrow it down city by city and find the best player in each city.
Oh,
and fucking,
yeah,
dude, that would be
it's like
sick.
the American Idol of Pokemon.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
card-
probably what it's going to be like.
All right,
I
well,
would
let's-
watch that. That would be awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
So let's see what it's actually going to be about. We could be. Hopefully, we're right.
That would be way cooler with Yu-Gi-Oh, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Bless you.
Thank you.
So the, the Pokemon Company is developing a reality show based on fans of the Pokemon trading card game. Casting is now open for an unscripted series involving the Pokemon trading card game, with fans of all ages encouraged to apply. Though it's pretty unclear what the format of the show will be. Oh, okay. Well, shit.
I kind
So
of
it's
want
all
to
gonna be
apply. You know
speculation.
what I mean?
Dude, that would be tight to apply.
I don't even know how to play the card game.
It's not hard.
It's
No.
not. It's like you literally. It's like any other card game. You have like a form of energy that you use to like power attacks, and your
Yeah.
card tells you how many you need. And then you like have you flip a coin for certain attacks and stuff like that, and you just
Yeah.
take turns.
It's significantly more simple than like Yu-Gi-Oh
Yeah.
or Magic or any of those cards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
up? I can't read
What
it
up,
from here.
Tyrudus?
Tyrudus.
Tyrudus. Yeah.
Yo.
So you have like what is it? 3? No, you have 6 prizes. No, that's if you're like going hardcore. You have 3 prize cards.
Oh man,
And
it's all coming back to me
Yeah.
now.
Every time you kill or knock out an enemy's Pokemon, you gain one of their prize cards. Whoever gets all 3 prize cards first wins.
Did you used to go
Okay.
to the tournaments at Hastings with me back in the day?
Yeah, I think I met you there once. Like I saw you there once, and I didn't know who you were yet.
Oh,
Like we were
man.
still kids, but
When we were young, they had like this was back when Hastings was
In the play Pokemon program, and casual players battling after school with friends and family to collectors or general enthusiasts. We're looking forward to spotlighting the stories of our diverse TCG fans.
oh, we could just make up a story. We could literally be like, "Oh, I've been playing Pokemon since I was 7, and I never stopped. I play every day." You know, like, and then everyone's just
Then
like,
you'd
"Yeah,
be
he's really bad at
Then
the
you'd
game."
be a
but-
poser.
No, but I mean, like to get on the show, you just make some bullshit up.
Yeah, no, my bullshit is gonna be like I'm gonna be like one of those fishermen in the Pokemon games. I'm gonna dress up and I'm gonna like carry a fishing rod in with me and be like,
Yeah.
Fisherman Brent.
Yeah, ever since
Every
he
time
was
I-
a kid, he just wears this outfit and,
Yeah.
and he approaches random people.
He
in the
really
street
likes
trying to bat-
shorts.
All he does is fish and play Pokemon trading card game. I just like every time I throw a card out, it's like on the line on my fishing pole. And
Isn't it like the one of the like kids in the game, youngsters or whatever? That's like, I like shorts or what is it? Like?
I don't
Like
know.
every
they say
time.
some dumb shit in that game.
But yeah, that'd be a fun
It
thing
could
to
be-
apply for to try and get on this show, dude. Imagine the big break is being on the Pokemon reality show, dude.
What network do you think it's going to be on?
Probably
Oh.
that's some news. I guess I'll grab that real quick.
Oh, okay.
Is it known?
Yeah, I mean, no, it's not, or like we haven't talked about it on the show yet, but
Is Nintendo doing their own fucking network or something?
they are.
Oh, that yeah.
Oh.
The Nintendo.
Oh, what do they call it?
Network. I forgot to get this news.
Is this gonna be like a subscription service or something? Like what?
Well, I don't think it's so much like, or what I saw on it. It was more just like a studio developing right now that's gonna do Nintendo related shows and movies.
Okay.
So whether that turns into
Kinda like
its own
Sony's
streaming
thing.
service.
Yeah, I don't even know what it was called. Like it was like Nintendo
It was something to do with like
network movies.
Hold on.
So I'm just gonna type in 3 words that
all the tag keywords to get a hit.
yeah, like I'm surprised I can't find this. I posted it in the GameSpeak podcast group. Hold on, let me go to the group page real
I'm
quick
looking.
because this is important news. I feel like, and the fact that it's including CG animation. The company's IMDb page lists credits on dozens of titles, including motion capture work on Death Stranding and Persona 5, and post-production work on Metroid Other M.
Huh.
The acquisition comes as Nintendo is gearing up for the most significant cinematic release in years, an animated movie based on the Super Mario Bros. Franchise, starring Chris Pratt.
They need to give us a trailer so we can
Yeah,
hear
I
Chris
know.
Pratt already.
I'm really curious.
I am too, man. It's killing me.
Oh yeah, everybody's saying like, or like everybody who's heard his
Giving it
voice,
high
they're
praise.
saying like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
It like he'll be the new Mario voice.
Yeah, I'll
like,
fucking believe it when I hear it because I still can't. Like, I love Chris Pratt. Don't get me wrong, but I can't hear him doing a Mario voice. I can't.
I
can't
feel like his
picture
normal
Mario
voice
talking.
is just a Mario voice. Like if you just take away his face and everything, and you just put that on like an animated Mario, like it'd be fine.
I could. Yeah.
Like
I don't
I
know,
still gotta
man.
see it. I gotta.
I feel like it needs to have some kind of Italian flair. you
he's just
know
like,
what I mean?
it's a me, a Mario.
Gabagool.
Hey, Vinny.
Forget about it. Where's the Goombas? It's like, they're like, this is perfect. You're hired, Mr. Pratt. But like, anyways, so yeah, Nintendo's gonna be making their own animated movies. It seems like after I guess hopefully this Super Mario Bros. Movie does good.
I'm about to say unless it tanks and then it's gonna get fucking shelved.
Probably so, but I don't think it's gonna tank. I really think it's gonna do well. It's made by the people who made Despicable Me. You know what I'm saying? That movie was
Oh,
great.
Yeah.
Like, there's
You
no
got,
way
like,
it's gonna be
5
bad.
sequels. I mean, and
No.
the fucking
And like
new Minions
4
movie
spin-offs. Yeah.
is like one of the most successful fucking movies ever. Like it's ridiculous. Like it doesn't even make sense.
They even got like a Liberty. What's that? Liberty.
Bro, literally everybody is
It's
advertising
got
that movie.
minions.
Like,
Yeah.
They definitely hoard out the fucking like licensing for that. 'Cause
Oh,
there's
yeah.
so many commercials.
No
Anytime I see a
doubt.
commercial nowadays, it's like Minions
And it-
involved.
It became like a huge meme thing.
Yep.
they're everywhere.
Where like
Everywhere.
a bunch of like young men are going in suits
Those
to
little
watch
yellow
the
bastards.
Minions.
Yeah, no, I've seen those too. Those little
Like,
yellow
what-
bastards are a disease on the internet.
I want to know what the whole idea behind going to see the Minions.
Bro, don't lie. That's some
Like,
shit we would have done
it
in
is.
fucking high school. Like,
But I like to think that the meme, like, because I haven't looked into why they're doing it or whatever. I just like to think.
okay, let's see. PlayStation has announced a new loyalty program called PlayStation Stars. The program, which launches later this year, is free to join and allows players to earn special rewards for their efforts. Players can compete, quote, a variety of campaigns and activities to earn loyalty points like unlocking specific trophies, winning tournaments, and being the first player to platinum a game in a local time zone. Beyond
Good luck.
Right? You better get a lot of points for that.
Yeah, right.
Beyond completing
Well, what are these-
specific tasks and objectives, everyone who simply logs in and plays any game will receive an award for a given month. Loyalty points can be redeemed for things like PSN wallet funds and some PlayStation Store products. While PlayStation Stars is free, members who subscribe to PS Plus automatically earn points for what they buy on the PlayStation Store.
That's cool.
It's kind of like the Nintendo Gold thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Xbox has one too.
Yeah, I was about to say
But you get like you can put your points towards like Starbucks gift cards and shit like on
that's
Xbox.
Oh.
neat.
Yeah, like go whenever you get home, hop on your Xbox and just look at their like rewards thing. Like you can literally get like a Chili's gift card and shit like that. It's just like whatever the
What?
fuck. Yeah.
Also, if you're a Game Pass like Ultimate subscriber, you get lots of random rewards like Spotify and shit. Like they'll give you Spotify Premium for
Where do you
like 3
redeem
months
these
or something.
rewards?
It's on if you go on the Game Pass PC app. There's like a rewards tab, and you can click on it, and
I've
it'll show
never
you all
noticed
kinds
that.
of random shit that you get for like
yeah.
for free.
No shit.
Yeah, you
I've
just
never-
join the
I've never
rewards
noticed
program. And it's got like earn
And that's
points.
independent of the thing he's talking about. The rewards program is its own like separate thing from the rewards thing on Game Pass, which is I don't know. It's interesting.
Dope. I like free shit.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I do
Me
too.
too.
Anyways, Devin.
Oh, it is me, huh? All
D-
right. Sorry.
Devin.
I wasn't prepared.
No, I'm just-
So, Until Dawn developer Supermassive has been acquired by Nordisk Games.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with who Nordisk is.
I'm not either, but
So, Supermassive Games, the developer behind Until Dawn, the Dark Pictures anthology, and The Quarry, has been acquired by Nordisk Games.
interesting.
Part of the larger Nordisk film brand, the Denmark-based entertainment company owns a handful of other game developing Avalanche in March last year,
Yeah, now they own 100%, right?
but announced in a blog post that it now wholly owns the studio.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Cool.
Okay, so according to Elon Musk, Tesla is, quote,
Yeah.
making progress with Steam integration for its cars' dashboards, and the team is potentially ready to start testing and or demoing it next month.
That's fucking
What?
dope.
So they
Yeah.
they had like Cuphead, right? Cuphead
Yeah.
was on there.
I
what
want
other
a Tesla
games?
so bad, bro.
Just to have Steam in it.
Apparently, the computer in the Tesla is like as powerful as like an RTX 2070 or some shit like
Something.
That. Like, it's
Yeah,
like
it was
it's
a
pretty
sig-
decent.
Yeah, a
like,
significant graphics processor
And Elon Musk
for a
says,
fucking car dash.
Yeah.
Like what?
like fucking A, dude.
It says we're making progress with Steam integration. Demo probably next month. Steam would obviously be a big addition for Tesla owners, as it would greatly expand the library of current and upcoming games available for certain cars that include classic Atari games, The Witcher 3, Sonic the Hedgehog, Cuphead, and Cyberpunk 2077. Now it may be some time before.
Damn, they got The Witcher 3 on there already?
Yeah, dude, they got Cyberpunk on there.
I knew about Cyberpunk. I didn't
Playing-
know about The Witcher 3. I guess they
Yeah.
must have a deal with CD Projekt or something. Like
Playing Cyberpunk in your Cyberpunk car.
that's fucking badass, dude. I'm sorry, that's badass. Like
sir, what
It
did
is.
you? Why were you not paying attention to the road? I was playing,
playing Cyberpunk.
The thing is, you can't play the games when you're moving.
Moving,
yeah.
yeah.
it won't
I'm
work.
sure
I've tried.
somebody-
No, I'm just kidding.
Bro,
I'm sure
that's
somebody
still
could find
sick.
a workaround.
I know I'd be sitting in my fucking car playing video games a lot. You
There-
know what I mean?
dude, the
Like,
cool thing about like fucking Tesla is there's like a karaoke thing in it. Like you can just like play karaoke while you're fucking driving, like on the shit. It's like an app basically that.
I do that all the
Aw.
time without a fancy freaking
Nah,
Tesla
dude, it's
computer.
way fancier with this because
I
it's
do
like
that
it's
too.
got the words coming down the thing. So like if you're in the back, like you
Yeah.
can see the words and then like it's tight.
That's really sick. I would have a wreck for sure with that.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
But that's awesome.
But I mean, is this not what we're coming up with like self-driving cars for? So we can bullshit while we're driving
Yes.
places.
Yeah,
Like-
dude.
That's exactly why.
And so he can have lots of involuntary manslaughters and then blame it on the karaoke. So who's up next?
I think it's me.
Brent.
Check it out. A new game. It says a new game for some reason, but a new game set in the Alien. Blah 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 blah. It's gonna come to PC. It's not gonna only be VR. I think it's gonna be like I think you can play it in VR or not VR if you want to. So it should be pretty cool. I definitely think it's gonna be like the first like survival horror Alien game since what's that one? Isolation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah.
All the other ones that have come out have been kind of like wave shooter type
Garbage.
things. You know what I mean? So this should be pretty cool. I definitely am looking forward to it.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
Devin.
So Konami is reinstating delisted Metal Gear games for series 35th anniversary. So Konami is preparing to reinstate the Metal Gear games it temporarily removed from sale as the series celebrates its 35th anniversary. As reported by VGC, Konami's Japanese Twitter account posted to commemorate the anniversary announced that fans seemingly soon will once again be able to play the temporarily suspended entries. The Metal Gear series excuse me. The Metal Gear series released on July 13th, 1987, celebrated its 35th today. It said, "We are preparing to resume sales of titles that have been temporarily suspended. This could refer to versions of Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 that were removed from digital storefronts last November following license renewal issues."
So they want us to like praise them for giving back what they stole. Like, fuck you, fucking Kojima. You know what I mean?
What if they did
it's
like
not
a
Kojima.
reskin?
Or
Kojima's not there.
Yeah, whoever's in charge of this.
Konami.
Fuck you, Konami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Don't
jo-
act like you're doing us a favor.
Go back to
You
your
know?
pachinko machines.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, there's been like an update of just like what games are coming and have come to Game Pass in July. So it says the second round of games coming to Xbox Game Pass in July has now been announced. Included in the new selection is
Ooh.
Watch Dogs 2,
Ooh.
As Dusk Falls, MotoGP 22, Inside, Torment Tides of Numenera, and Ashes of the Singularity Escalation.
So look, okay, the new Watch Dogs game sucked ass. Watch Dogs Legion, it was
Mhm.
really boring and kind of just abandoned everything that made Watch Dogs great.
Mm-hmm.
But like, Watch Dogs 2 was actually a pretty decent game. Like,
I was just about to ask how many watch.
you can be anybody, but then like, yeah, you can be anybody, but also you can't do any of the fun shit you could do in the other Watch Dogs games. So it doesn't even feel like
We're gonna
Watch Dogs
focus on this
anymore.
one feature and just take away.
Yeah,
everything
also,
else.
if you can be anybody, then you're a nobody. You know what I'm saying? Who's the main character? Who's the person you care about if you can play as anyone? You know what I'm
the
saying?
digital
You
conscious
you
taking
decide
control of these
yourself,
people.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
lame.
It's pretty. I mean, that wasn't my problem with the game. Like, because it was kind of a cool idea that like if one of your characters dies, you can like move on to another member of your team and use them as your main
Expendable.
character. Or you can swap between your characters. That was an okay concept to me. It was
Yeah.
like the fact that like. In the other games, you could like hack all kinds of shit within the world, and like you could like steal stuff from people's phone. Like you could like hack into people's bank accounts,
Read
and
messages,
read their
right?
text messages
Yeah.
and stuff. Like,
there was
that
some
shit
funny
was-
shit in some of them.
Yeah, it was hilarious, and it was elaborate. You know what I mean? Like, very rarely would you read somebody's text message and it was like the same message that you read somewhere else. You know what I mean? And they just kind of cut all of that out on this one. I don't know.
I might download it just to have like a throwback.
I enjoyed Watch Dogs 2. I feel like it was a pretty decent game. I think the first one, I like this tone of the first one better, but I think the actual gameplay of the second one is probably the best in the series. Anyways, that's just my opinion on all that.
Word.
But for free on Game Pass, it's definitely worth a shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm hyped about that As Dusk Falls game or whatever that we were just talking about earlier. You know, we were talking so much shit about it the other day, but it's getting good reviews now, and I love the branching story stuff. So I've completely done a 180 on my thoughts on that. I'm just hyped about playing it.
Yeah, on that As Dusk Falls or whatever, in that same article where it was talking about the games coming to Game Pass, they kind of did like a quick little like snippet from the IGN review on it, and this is what they said. As Dusk Falls is a masterwork of branching storytelling that makes the best out of its comic book style animations, which end up giving you the opportunity to fill the negative space with your imagination. And this works surprisingly well during some of the more intense scenes. So it got a 9 out of 10.
Huh.
That's pretty high praise.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to see how if it's a shill,
Yeah. IGN over there shilling.
chilling it out.
Yeah.
All right, is it my turn?
Yep.
Lots and lots of demos. So I think that's already started up. So definitely check that out. You know what I mean? I just
For
started up
sure,
today. Yeah.
Word.
So
Oh yeah.
Devon?
So there is a Pokemon Fossil Museum virtual tour that lets you see the Japanese exhibit for yourself. So apparently there's an exhibit going on in Japan that is a bunch of Pokemon like skeletons and stuff,
that's badass.
or Pokemon fossils.
Why do we live here? Why why
We're
are
living
we
in the
here?
wrong country to be a bunch of nerds.
Right?
Like, honestly, like, I mean, and I have no personal experience with Japan or anything like that. So this might sound, you know, a little what's the word for it? I don't know. But like
Ignorant. No.
very ignorant. But like
Just
you
not
hear about all these depressed
Yeah.
people in Japan. I'm like, bro, we can swap. We can swap, dude. I'm depressed over here.
Well, I think
Let
that's
me
because of,
over
like-
there.
That's like, isn't it mostly
think they
because
have
of
to
the work
work so
culture.
hard, yeah.
They work like,
Oh,
a fuck ton over there with
like
no
we
doubt.
don't over here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all
I
right,
think-
bro. I mean, like, you're working 12-hour shifts. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Let's do it in Japan, though. You know, like,
Well, yeah, no, I'm definitely down.
and I'll swap.
Sure,
You
there's
know
a
what I'm
lot of
saying?
air conditioners that need fixing over there.
Like, I'm sure they'd like it here, like, because it'd be like, you know, different from, like, they want to see something different. We want to be up in there. You know what I'm saying? So,
Like, I'm just trying to visit, man.
I'm trying to be-
I don't know if I want to make the whole
I don't-
switcheroo.
yeah, I
you
don't
know
want to
what I
do,
mean?
no, it's an exchange. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a foreign exchange student.
I would do an adult,
But an
foreign
adult foreign
exchange.
exchange.
That would be sick. Yeah.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Just like,
Do they have to work my job
Foreign
when they come
exchange.
in?
Yeah.
So we
Foreign
like
exchange
we like
adults.
work each other's jobs. That would be really fun, actually.
yeah,
You know?
for sure.
I'm
Like,
just like an accountant in Japan. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Just like-
ruin people's lives.
can't read or write in Japan. But just,
I'm just trying to like copy characters. Like I have no idea what a fucking.
I'm like on a fishing boat, like out in the middle of the fucking sea, just dying.
We're just
like,
all Google translating everything. This was a bad idea.
but yeah.
Uh,
Anyways,
Um,
yeah. So
but yeah, so there's a Pokemon fossil exhibit in Japan that you can do a virtual tour of. So yeah, check
that's
that out.
awesome. I'm down for that. our
Yeah,
our past.
Good save, good save. But that shit was hilarious.
I love it. This is why I love the show. But anyways, let me see if there's any other news that matters.
oh jeez.
Okay. Grounded. Okay, something about Grounded here. I'm just gonna read
I
it.
saw,
Oh,
I
that
saw
game.
this.
Yeah, no one really cares about it. But Grounded is joining the growing list of video games that are getting television and movie adaptations.
Oh, gosh.
Deadline reports that a Grounded animated series is in the works from developer Obsidian Entertainment, Xbox, Waterproof Studios, SC Productions, Kinetic Media, and Bardell Entertainment. Developed by Obsidian, Grounded, blah, blah, blah. We know what the
So-
game is.
So
The re-
basically, what they're doing is they're bringing back Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
yes,
Yeah.
but as
Like,
an animated show.
Those
Oh,
assholes.
it's an
It's a-
animated.
It's an animated series. It says the report says the series will exist in the same universe as the game, following four friends that discover shrinking technology that makes them 2 inches tall. While fighting to survive the backyard, they also uncover a corporate conspiracy threatening their hometown. So Star Wars The Clone Wars writer Brent Friedman, he's actually really good, is attached to the adaptation. Brian Goodrich, who has previously worked on the Halo video game series, is set to direct. Well, maybe it could be good.
There's gonna be a fucking Tahoe somewhere in the.
Oh,
in
of
the
course.
show.
I guess, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids can't just run the monopoly on getting shrunk, We
Yeah.
did have, like, Indian in the Cupboard, and there's stuff where there's little people, Like,
Yeah.
I feel like,
Yeah.
this could be good. I can't just write it off entirely because it's a very similar plot to Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. But I do agree that Honey, I Shrunk the Kids did it first, and I gotta fucking...
Yeah, but then they like did too many, so then they started just blowing them up, and then they did like "Honey, I Blew Up the Babies" or whatever. Remember that?
Did they
Yeah.
have that?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were, yeah. What, like the toddler was giant. Or
Oh my
something.
God.
Yeah, like it was just like a big.
I bet that was a
like,
great movie.
Hold on, let me see. It was called "Honey, I Blew Up the Kids" or something.
Oh, see, that just... to
Blew up
me-
the kid.
It blew up the kid.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Oh my God.
I like remember this movie, but I don't.
I don't
I
remember
watched
that
this
at all.
Yeah.
because I remember that specific scene.
I bet it's on Disney Plus. I'm gonna have to go check this out.
It looks
or
terrifying.
Amazon.
That
Prime.
looks horrifying. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Hold on. Oh,
No,
fuck, I
There's
think
a
you're
really
right.
vague memory here.
Yeah.
No, I think you're right.
Hold on,
Baby Geniuses.
Baby Geniuses. Yeah.
No, that's exact. Holy shit.
That's
Brent,
like a fever dream. Like who made that? Like John
holy
Travolta,
shit.
b- b-
1999.
Talking Babies movie. Yeah, that's a documentary I want to see, like how they thought to come up with that dumbass. shit.
Oh,
Look who's talking.
Look who's talking. Yeah.
That's what
That's
it
the
was.
older one,
Yeah.
and then there was Baby Geniuses, which is you're kind of referring to both, I think.
Yeah, I think I mixed the two up in my
Yeah.
my brain here.
You guys remember that Wayne's Brothers movies where he was like a con
A
artist
baby.
pretending
Yeah,
to be a
yeah,
baby?
yeah.
Yeah, I saw that in theaters
What
for
was
some
that
reason.
called?
I don't remember.
Oh,
I
God.
can't remember.
It,
The
Anyway.
Wayans brothers are hilarious. I love
Yeah.
them.
Dude. So many classic movies
mhm.
came from their brains.
Well, I'm out of news, so whoever's up next.
All right, let's see. Following the release of the next Assassin's Creed game, codenamed Rift, Ubisoft will then work on releasing Assassin's Creed Infinity. Oh my God. Infinity will be a live service game reportedly including a bunch of different experiences, one of which apparently specifically won't be Aztec, despite recent rumors. So there was like a whole thing, like they were saying it's going to be the Aztec. The next game, this is a quote. The next game is Rift, which is set in Baghdad. Bloomberg reporter Jason Schreier wrote on Reddit. After that will be Assassin's Creed Infinity, and while that's going to include a bunch of different games / experiences / biomes / whatever you want to call them, I've heard about the main two, and neither of them are Aztec. Schreier made the post in response to a report from video game YouTuber and reviewer Jeremy Pinter, who said in a tweet, "Next AC game will be Aztecs. Only time will tell which of the two is right, but I definitely chose Jason Schreier a lot more than that guy." So
Jason Schreier, I feel like, just knows things for no reason.
Bro, he does, man. He's got his foot in the door in the industry, bro. Like, I don't know.
He's not even in the industry anymore. He works for fucking, what is it? Like Forbes or something? He works for some random ass, like,
he just knows
Bloomberg.
some people who know some people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they literally call him and they're like, "Hey, you want to know something?" And he's like, "Wonder, like."
Depends on when it leaks and like how legitimate it is. I think because a lot of times it is like right before an announcement or this and that, and I think it all is very intentional.
that's how I feel about that Wario 64 guy.
Oh yeah.
He always comes with that hot shit like 2 days before it gets fucking announced. You know what I mean? I'm like, there must be somebody leaking everything to Wario 64. Like,
Well, and also like you also have to take it into account. Like there's NDAs all the time.
Yeah.
Like, and if you break an NDA, like they can find out who violated an NDA fairly easy through like investigation and whatnot. And so like a lot of the times I think it is just intentional hype build up and like advertisement. You know, it's free advertisement.
Faux show.
totally.
Devin, what you got?
So Bandai Namco confirms it's been hacked by a ransomware group.
Sweet.
Uh-oh.
I mean, no. Wait, no. Like what?
No, like they hacked their,
I know, yeah.
But it's a Bandai Namco publisher for games like Pac-Man, the Tales of series,
Didn't they do
and Elden Ring.
Elden Ring, yeah.
Yeah, has confirmed it's been hacked by a ransomware group called ALPHV. The confirmation
Damn, they have an organization name and everything? Like,
yeah, what?
Yeah, dude, it's a fucking
Somebody take these
real
guys
business
down.
out there.
God damn.
So the confirmation follows a report earlier this week from VCG that a group had successfully infiltrated Bandai Namco based on a post from VX Underground that reads, Alpha V ransomware group, alternatively referred to as Black Cat ransomware group, claims to have ransomed Bandai Namco.
Are they negotiating with the terrorists?
Yeah, like
So apparently they did dig up a lot of shit from him, from what I was hearing earlier in the week. So on July 3rd, 2022, Bandai Namco Holdings Incorporated confirmed that it experienced an unauthorized access by a third party to the internal systems of several group companies in Asian regions, including Japan. Bandai Namco said today in a statement to VCG, after we confirmed the unauthorized access, we have taken measures such as blocking access to the servers to prevent the damage from spreading. Bandai Namco said that there is also a chance that customer information related to the toys and hobby business in Asian regions, excluding Japan, was included in the servers and PCs, and we are currently identifying the status about existence of leakage, scope of the damage, and investigating the cause.
Okay. So basically, some people's credit card.
My last piece of news is that partial nudity, you're in luck. You can turn it off.
It's like the exact opposite of what most people were
I like
wanting
my
to do.
women. I like my women covered head to toe.
Yeah. It's like at first I was like, is Nintendo about to drop a nudity version of the game? Like I thought that's what you were telling me, but then you're like anti-nudity.
I thought
I'm
that's
like,
where it was going to, and I was like,
yeah,
oh,
it's
shit.
like damn
It's gonna
Nintendo.
be modest as fuck.
Yeah, she's just like completely like just a blanket on her. Like the thing about Bayonetta is her hair is her clothing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it is what it is. You know, so
Look, you could just the thing is the story is just not gonna make sense anymore once you put it on nudity mode. You know what I mean?
what does that say, Devin? I cannot see that from
don't.
here. Is that a thing or is it just nonsense?
I think it's just nonsense.
Okay. All right, just checking. All right, so Devin, what you got?
So, Skate 4 is officially called Skate. And EA also announced that it will be free to play and have cross-play and cross-progression.
Boo.
So,
Free to play is probably not a good sign.
you know, with EA's track history, probably not. You're gonna
No.
need to fucking like buy a bunch of microtransactions just to get like a wheel, some hardware.
Yeah,
Grip
I'm
tape.
gonna retain hope here because honestly, if it's all cosmetic shit that they're trying to sell you, and like the core skate gameplay
Is
experience
free.
is free, I'm okay with that. Like I don't
Yeah,
need to
and you-
have like a cool looking character. I just want to skate. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
I mean, if you think about it, I mean, kids these days are into swag. You know.
yeah, they'll
I don't
sell
know
all
if that
kinds of-
word's
Yeah, I
still
don't think
thing
it's a thing anymore. I
If,
was,
it-
yeah,
if it's
yeah.
an online game, they'll make their money back quick selling like shirts and hats and stuff in game. You know what I mean? And like
Can I
say
people like
flex?
me will
Is
just
that a
be
thing?
grinding by on my fucking noob skin. You know what I mean? Looking fucking like a noob. You know?
Yeah,
I
but
just-
it's like, will they put a lot of effort into the game if it's free?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
they showed a
that's-
gameplay thing on the trailer. Like, I mean, it looked like it was still pretty bare bones. Like,
Yeah.
some of the levels they were showing off were even like just basic like boxes and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what
But-
I'm afraid of.
But like the mechanics look like they're getting there, is what they're showing off basically. And there's like multiple people in the world all skating around with each other. It definitely has
Yeah.
potential, I think.
Yeah,
you
I
know
just
what I mean?
I hope they make a good game at the base. Like, but
Yeah.
but like Jamel,
the world.
EA's gonna hear and they're gonna
They're like, we're on it.
yeah.
We
Already
need more non-fungible tokens right now.
Do you have any more news?
I'm out of
that's it.
news.
Okay, I got two more here.
Oh, cool.
So the Multiverses open beta release date confirmed alongside gameplay trailer featuring Iron Giant.
This is the Warner Brothers game?
Yeah.
Yes, the
Ah, cool,
Multiverses.
cool,
yeah,
cool.
so Multiverses.
Wait, so the Iron Giant's going to be a fighter character in Multiverses?
if I had to guess, it's probably gonna be like a
Like a stage
item
or something?
Aw,
maybe?
that's
I don't know.
whack. Like
But,
maybe you're
How you
fighting
gonna
on
have
top
the-
of the car while he's spinning it around. You
that
know
would
what I'm
be
saying?
sick.
Like-
Yes.
Like I could see that as a Smash Bros.
I'm cool with
character
that.
or
Or
a
just
Smash
you're
Bros.
fighting in
level.
his hands, like he's just holding his
Yeah.
hands together like this, and then halfway through the level, he's like,
Yeah,
like
it
that,
breaks
you
it
know?
apart, picks
That
up the
would be-
car, and starts
Yeah.
spinning. Like,
Oh,
That'd
that
be
would be
dope.
sick.
dude,
So Multiverses,
Could be cool.
Multiverses is
Versus.
I can't.
versus
Warner Bros. Games, games and player first games. What the fuck? Free to play. This is the most confusing sentence. Crossover platform fighter featuring such characters as Batman, Superman, Bugs Bunny, Arya Stark will begin its open beta on July 26th.
I can't wait to whoop Superman's
Yeah,
ass.
I
with
thought
Bugs
this game
Bunny.
was already out. Like, so
Nah. There's
No,
the
we were seeing,
Nickelodeon
yeah,
one that
we were
came
seeing
out.
That's
stuff
the
about the
one.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
okay, I knew one was out. I just couldn't remember it. But this
Yeah.
one actually, I'm pretty excited for. Like, I just love all the characters that are going into this.
It
And I
looks
feel
like
like
he might be a playable character.
Who?
Iron Giant.
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. It's got to be. Why wouldn't he be?
Because he's
Because
so
he's
big.
huge, yeah.
Yeah, but
He's
it's
giant.
That's why he's the Iron Giant.
he's iron.
He's too giant to be on the command.
No, like think about fucking Smash Bros. There's
The
so many
Ripley
characters
or-
that are way bigger than the actual, like than they are in game. You know what I'm saying? In Smash Bros, that is.
Yeah.
Ripley is definitely at least like 3 times as big before.
Yeah. that's fair.
that's
Bowser
fair.
is fucking ginormous
Okay,
in
but
Super Mario
is this-
64,
Yeah,
but
you're
like
right, you're right.
yeah.
Is this Super Smash Brothers now? Like no?
yes, yes, it is.
Basically.
yeah.
Is- Super Warner Bros. So
Ooh, that's what they should have called
That's
it.
what-
Oh fuck!
I'm sure
Nintendo-
Nintendo would have been
Nintendo
on
would
that.
have had
Lawsuits
that
be
ass,
damned,
bro.
Yeah, they
That'd be
were
worth a lawsuit at that point. That's a fraud. That's a fire title.
they were willing to take like their chances.
Okay,
It
so
makes
he's not
sense.
actually working for EA anymore. That's
Yeah.
just his
No.
personal opinion.
But I'm sure, like a lot
He
of
apologized
his culture,
for it already.
Hey, look, I
he's
mean-
already came back out. Like his PR team was like, "Hey, you need to."
That looks really bad.
Yeah, it looks bad.
He's probably right. Okay, like at the end of the day, if we're thinking about
Money.
just from a straight up
Business
money making
standpoint,
perspective, he's probably not wrong. Okay, but
But we're for the gamers.
we are for the game.
We're for the people.
I'm just saying he doesn't have anybody he really needs to please. He used to work for EA, so it's like it's not like he's like the face of the company anymore.
And it's
or
not like
anything,
EA
you know
can
what
get
I
any
mean?
more flack. like-
Yeah, like especially after their fucking tweet about how single player
single-
games
yeah.
suck the other day. Like, no.
Yeah, EA's just on the highway to
what's
hell.
a drop of water to a drowning man, basically.
Right?
But yeah,
And that's all I got. Yeah.
interesting. So we're gonna jump on over to upcoming games, where I'm gonna let you know which brand new games are coming out in the next 7 days. And I am honestly today. I'm not gonna read all of these like things because there's a lot. So I'm just gonna
Slay it on me, man.
Yeah, so As
We'll talk
Dusk
about
Falls, is coming to PC, Xbox Series S and X, and to Xbox One, and it's coming to Game Pass
Yeah,
day one.
Day
so
one.
if you have Game Pass, you can play this tomorrow.
If you're a fan of like the branching story ones, this might be one to keep your eye on. I'm pretty sure it's like a comic book style Detroit Become Human type thing. So definitely check that out.
Oh yeah.
Replayability out the ass.
Also
Hopefully.
tomorrow, July 19th, we got Endling coming to PlayStation 4, PC, Switch, and Xbox One. Don't know what that is, but and then we got Fallen Angel coming to Switch, which looks like a weeb, like possibly. No, actually it doesn't. It looks like an indie bullshit game. So get ready for that, July 19th. Then we got Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels DLC.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Coming July 19th, so tomorrow.
That's exciting.
Yep, that's coming to PC, Xbox Series S and X, and Xbox One. Though this is not coming to Game Pass.
No, you gotta pay for it.
You gotta pay to play, boys.
Aw.
Like a whole fucking $20.
Oh, you got me fucked up.
But if you have Game Pass, you get $2.
Is it gonna like add an area to the map?
Yes.
Yeah, a whole like separate map.
Like the sad part
Okay,
is
that might
like
be worth it.
if you're playing like Forza 5, like Forza Horizon 5, you can like look on your map and you see off in the water there's like an island.
Yeah.
But the cool thing,
I'm not gonna lie, that's really tempting.
Yeah,
really
I bought
tempting.
it. I'm getting
You
it.
already got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I went ahead.
I have a lot of fun with that game, man.
Yeah,
It's-
I've continuously played it over the past, like since it came out. I've always gone back to it here and there to play it. So like, I figure, I didn't pay anything for the game. Why not just? I went ahead and got the premium bundle, so I get like both DLCs and then a bunch of other added-on shit for like it was only $40. But both the DLCs by themselves would have been $40. So if the next DLC is gonna be badass too, I was gonna get it. So I was like,
oh
fuck it.
yeah.
So yeah, I'll let y'all know how it is.
I'm excited. I
I
mean,
am
I wonder
too.
how big the area is. It's
From the
one-
trailer, it looks significant, or it looks
I
like
can't
it could
tell.
be.
It just looks like like a track. But like I mean, like just by the trailer, you can't really tell. So
There's
we'll
some
see.
areas where it shows a bunch of different like types of terrain. So that gives me hope that it is a pretty expansive map. But
They better have a dinosaur that bites the track.
This
That's
is the
all
only
I know.
game
Or
I
like
would
a-
consider buying DLC for. That's a racing game, like ever.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking, I've played like at least 5 or 6 different racing games since that game came out, and none of them like can even hold my attention for like 5 minutes compared. You know what I mean?
none
Like,
of them feel as
Yeah.
good on the eyeballs.
Yeah.
Man, like it's such a beautiful game to look at.
And even the ones that do feel as good on the eyeballs don't have like as much substance. It's just like you on a track going in a circle. You know what I mean? Or like there's one I played that was kind of fun called Wreckfest.
Yeah, Wreckfest
Oh,
is
yeah.
dope. I like
Wreckfest was
Wreckfest.
pretty cool, but it just still didn't have as much substance as like, you know what I mean? I don't
Yeah,
know.
just it doesn't have a giant ass map that you can just aimlessly drive around and then stumble upon races or challenges.
The
Or
Battle Royale
warthogs.
is so much fun too. Like,
Dude, yeah, the Eliminator, fuck yeah. It's Forza Horizon 5 is just
Yeah.
a fantastic game.
it
all
really
around.
is.
Also, we got Gloom and Doom, an adventure visual novel game coming to Switch and Xbox One on July 19th. We got Hazel Sky, which is an action-adventure indie-looking game coming
Okay.
to Xbox One, Switch, and PC. We got Multiverses finally coming out
What?
July 19th.
It's already out. Ooh.
Yep, it's coming to PC, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PS4, and PS5. So
Wow, July 19th is a big
What?
day.
I thought it was the beta.
it might be the beta, but it's coming.
Yeah.
Nah.
Do you know how much it's going to cost?
It doesn't say on like even if I went into
I'm gonna hop on
thing,
that
it
open
wouldn't say
beta
the
there
price.
for sure.
Okay. I thought you were about to say you masturbate.
Bro,
Oh god.
Probably,
That's why we're
you know,
rebooting this show.
yeah. That's our reboot. The show. But yeah, that's coming to PS4 on July 19th. Also on July 19th, we got Stray, the cat game, coming to PS5, PC, and PS4.
Hyped about that one.
Faux show. Then we got Bunny Must Die, Chelsea and the Seven Devils.
Damn.
Yeah, that's coming July 20th to Switch. That's definitely an anime game. Don't know what it's
Definitely.
going to be like. Then we got
That one
Dread
time
Out.
I got
That one time I was reincarnated as a bunny must die. No, but Then we got Dread Out 2 coming. It's like an action adventure horror game
Okay, cool.
coming to PS4 and PS5. Hazel Sky, the one that I just mentioned, was coming to Switch and Xbox and PC on the 20th. Is coming to PS4, but the other games is coming on the 19th or
Okay.
other systems. I mean,
That's rude.
and then we got Oba Kaidoro. Coming to PC. It's an action horror game on July 20th.
Okay.
And then Seduction Amongst Fate is coming to Switch on the 20th instead of the 19th.
Weird.
And then we got Tombstar, which is a bullet hell roguelike shooter coming to PC July 20th. I got to get this format down. And then we got Bright Memory Infinite, which is like a shooter.
Why does that sound familiar?
It's very familiar. It's the game that, like, remember back whenever they first showed off like the Xbox Series X stuff? I think we did like a live reaction, and this game was on there. It was like someone was like driving this crazy car. The graphics were all beautiful, and it was like a first-person shooter. They hopped out and it was raining and shit.
Okay,
Yeah.
I remember now. Is this that game that was made by like one guy or
Yes.
something? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and that's coming July 21st to PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and then Switch as well.
Okay.
And then we got Danganronpa, Dadgone S Ultimate Summer Camp. Ultimate Summer Camp.
I wish they would throw a number in there so you know which Danganronpa it was
Was it
canonically, you know what I mean?
It's
Like-
number S, dude.
Which daggum dangin' rompa am I playing?
And it's coming to PC, PS4, Apple, like iPad, and Switch. Pie.
Still won't be as good as Deer Simulator.
No. Hell Pie is a platformer coming to Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series S and X, Xbox One, and PC on July 21st. And then we got Moss Book 2.
Yay! I've been waiting for this one.
Yeah, that's
Is it
coming
to
July
Quest
21st.
finally?
It's coming to PS4, like
kn-
PSVR,
I
and
think
MetaQuest.
Okay, cool. I hope they launch same day.
I think they are.
Cool.
Yeah, because it says two things, I think. So, and then we got Post Void coming to, it's a first-person shooter coming to Switch, PS4, and PS5 on July 21st. We got River City Saga, Three Kingdoms, which is an action beat-em-up game in the River City Saga, you know.
Yeah.
That's coming to Switch, PC, and PS4. Then we got Wayward Strand, which is like an adventure game coming to Xbox One, Series S and X, PS4, PS5, Switch, and PC on July 21st.
Wow.
See, it's a good thing I didn't read all this because there's a lot more.
Yeah,
Then we
definitely.
got Capcom Arcade Stadium 2, which is like a compilation game of all the Capcom bullshit.
Right.
Coming to PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch on July 22nd. Then we got Live Alive coming to Switch on July 22nd, which you can get the demo of this game right now. It's like a HD or a 2D HD. What did they call it? 2.5 HD or something.
I was about to say, for some reason,
2.5D.
this seems significant to me. This game specifically, like,
Yeah,
is it like a remake of an old game or
yes,
something?
yeah. It was like it never came to America. It was like back on the Famicom. So like a lot of people were like, dude, if this game would have came to America, it would have been like way bigger than fucking Chrono Trigger. And I'm like,
You started off a little Canadian there.
yeah, that's where I was going with it. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, but I was like playing it on this weekend. I tried the demo. Not that good. I can't get behind the 2D HD thing.
Is
Really?
it like with the 2D? It's got like 2D, like the character and stuff, but then all the background is like 3D or some shit.
No, did
It's
you
like
ever see Octopath
Traveler?
Traveler?
Yeah, oh yes.
It looks like that. And like honestly, it's cool, but it's not that cool. Like just fucking make it 3D. All right? I'm tired of this shit. But then we got Neon Blight coming to PC. It's an action roguelike simulation.
between like the seasons of video game releases. Is that why? Like,
Maybe. I think it's
gotta
just
be
cuz
something.
it's just
Something
weird.
about this time of year is a great time to release stuff, I guess, because that new
Well, I mean, like we were talking about earlier, there ain't shit coming out. Like
that one movie's coming out in a few days, and then like a bunch of
what movie?
Nope. Yeah. Have y'all
Oh,
seen the
yeah,
trailer
Nope.
for that?
It's
Which, by the
one-
way-
it's like aliens and stuff. right?
Mhm.
I caught in the trailer for it. They have the Akira scene where like he's like sliding on the motorcycle, Like they like totally stole that shit from the. It's literally the exact scene. Like it's apparently like according to Brian in the Discord, that's like a scene that has been redone in almost like a million different
bunch of
movies.
different movies.
Yeah, where it's
But
just
it was
like a
first done in
callback.
Akira?
Yeah, Akira's the first one that did it. Like
Oh.
where he's like sliding on the motorcycle, and it's like that exact scene where he's like looking back. So he's like going away from the camera, and he's like looking up at the camera as it's like sliding on the motorcycle. And like you can find like all these different scenes from different movies where they just took that exact scene.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a scene from Transformers right now where they did the exact same thing.
Yeah, and so in Nope, it's like a throwback to that as well, but it's like very like super fast in the trailer, and it's like the chick doing it, but very cool. And I think I like a lot of Jordan Peele's stuff, and he speaks to me on a different level. But I'm hoping that this one is a lot better than what I'm seeing in the trailers. The trailers are kind of leaving me with this like weird, like wacky feeling, like where he's just like going for like a comedy thing almost. And I don't want that. I want this to be.
I think it's gonna be good. I don't know. Like, I feel like most of his movies usually leave me at like an 8 out of 10 kind of vibe, where I'm not like I don't.
I'm not mad
dislike
about it.
Yeah, like I usually walk out of the theater happy, but I'm like, it's not like the craziest movie I've ever seen.
This
you know
is
what I mean?
Us. Like,
No, it was just
Oh,
called Us,
or
right?
Us, yeah. This is yeah. Us was like at the end. I don't know.
yeah, I
I
get-
left kind of confused. I was like, I had a lot of.
I didn't leave
questions.
confused. I thought it was just
Or-
garbage at the end. Like
yeah,
I thought
how they closed it up. I was like,
I didn't hate Us.
he
I-
started strong, ended
Yeah.
terrible. Like I did not.
It
I
seemed
thought
like
it was
one of-
great at the beginning. Like I enjoyed it. At
It
the
seemed like he
beginning.
had like a really good direction, and then it went and went and went, and then he's like, "Oh fuck, we gotta
He's
gotta
like,
close
where are
it
we
up."
where are we
Yeah.
going with this?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
and
like
I really get a lot of like M. Night Shyamalan vibes
Yes.
from like the
What
movies
a
that are put out,
twist.
because it's like it could either be really great or just like mid. You know what I mean? But it's like
Yeah.
at the same time, I feel like this is gonna be his signs. He's still at that M. Night Shyamalan phase where all his movies are like
okay.
pretty decent. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But I think as his career goes on, maybe
It'll
his
get
like
worse.
later movies are gonna have some misses. Like that movie where everybody's old on the beach. Did you watch that?
That was so bad.
It was pretty bad.
Was
movie
it?
was
I thought
literally-
about watching it, but I didn't.
It wasn't great.
Old was like if a dude who watched an M. Night Shyamalan movie tried to make an M. Night Shyamalan movie. And it was
Only
just-
seen like 1.5 M. Night Shyamalan movies.
It
Like
was just weird. It was so like it's just like you never know what kind of quality of movie you're gonna get with M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Like,
The
you
fact-
could have Avatar or you could have Signs. You know what I mean? Like it, you never know.
yeah.
Like,
I
I really like The Happening. A lot of people really hated The Happening.
The
But
That
Happening
was
was
with Mark
garbage.
Wahlberg, right?
yeah,
and where like
I
the
enjoyed that
spores
movie a
were-
lot. Yeah.
It's like the fucking trees are killing us. Like
didn't-
it was just like a dumb movie. Like I get it. Like it was fun, but like
It's okay, Brad. I enjoyed that one too.
Thank you.
I'm not saying you guys are dumb for liking it. I'm just
That's
saying
kinda
I
what I'm picking
personally
up
thought
here,
the
you know?
movie was dumb. But like his or what was the movie that he did with recently? It was like a prequel to or a sequel to one of his
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable.
Split.
Split. The first Split was fucking fantastic.
Split was good. Unbreakable was also good.
Split 2 or whatever the fuck it was called was just like
What? I've never seen
horrible.
any of those movies.
Dude,
actually.
watch Split.
Watch Unbreakable also. Watch them in order. Watch
Yeah.
Unbreakable first and then watch Split. Unbreakable's crazy. It's fucking like Bruce Willis is like a
He's-
superhero.
Yeah,
basically.
he's got powers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the premises of those movies, and like they're all linked in some way. And then isn't there another one that deals with Samuel L. Jackson too?
Yeah, so there's
That's Unbreakable.
it's not Split 2 like you're it's
was-
it's called something else.
Yeah,
but
okay.
it's also linked into that world.
Breakable. Together.
Split break like no.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Split. Oh, get it? Unbreakable. Split. Oh my god, dude. There's the twist right
How
there.
clever.
No, talk about the twist
Yeah,
because you
no.
need to watch it. But
It's so good though, dude. Like
oh yeah, definitely worth watching. It was a fun fucking movie.
it was a
That's
fun
what it was.
movie. It was smart. It was just all around like that was like peak M. Night Shyamalan right there. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't call it peak. I'd call it like it was like a fun M. Night Shyamalan movie. Like I'd give it a
Never-
7 or 8.
It's better than most of his
Yes,
movies.
peak is Signs. Nothing beats Signs. Signs will
No,
always
dude.
go down as his
Nah,
best movie.
Sixth Sense is better than Signs.
Absolutely not.
I
I will
I-
fight you.
Nah, I'm with Sixth Sense on that one.
I'm gonna fight both of you guys on this. Like,
Signs,
Dude,
go back
nobody
and watch
saw-
Signs, dude. It's like
I just watched Signs like
it's a
less
good
than
movie.
like 3 or 4 months ago.
I'm totally not hating on Signs. I just feel like it doesn't hold up as well now that I'm like, and it scared the shit out of me as a kid for some reason.
I'm not talking about the horror. I'm talking about
No,
the
I
writing.
know it's well written for sure. It just doesn't. It's I don't know, man.
What? What, Devin?
happened to our feet? Why we've not been live for only 6 minutes?
We're
think
not live.
It cut out and cut back on for some reason. I
Did it?
don't know.
Oh,
It's
okay.
weird.
Is it back on, or is it
guess it
still
is.
off?
It seems on.
Check
It's
the.
on, but
We
it
got a
says we've only
viewer.
been live for 6 minutes.
Wow.
Damn it.
Okay.
Fucking Streamlabs.
That's all right. I mean, it is what it is.
I think we
At
paid
least
for-
we got the audio. You
I
know.
think it just blinked off and blinked back on for a second. I don't really know.
I'm gonna see if there's 2 posts of it. Y'all go
Yeah.
ahead.
But anyways, I can't deal with that idea. Like I've watched Sixth Sense. Maybe it's because
Sixth
I
Sense
knew.
was like the ultimate twist. First of all,
Maybe it's because I knew the twist before I saw it. You know, like everybody talked about it back then.
see,
No-
I didn't. That shit was next level when I fucking, you know what I mean? It was like, and then you have to go rewatch the whole movie again and like analyze it from another
To
perspective.
see
you
if
know
you
what
can
I mean?
pick up.
Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, but
fucking nuts, man.
See, I went in already knowing that he was
Well, then
dead.
you ruined
you
it
know,
for yourself.
I didn't ruin
You
it. The
played yourself.
90s ruined it. Whenever I was a kid, people didn't know about like not being a spoiler douche. You know, like everybody was just like, "Oh, dude, you see that movie with Bruce Willis where he's dead at the end?" And you're like, "Oh no, I didn't. What's that?" And they're like, "Oh, it's called fucking what?
Sixth Sense.
It's Sixth Sense. Go watch it." You know, and so like. And so you already know.
It's like,
You know, when I was a kid,
Jamal was
I
like, when does he die?
yeah, the whole time I'm just like, wow, he's dead. You know, so like it just didn't hit as hard. And I think the reason why I liked Signs so much is because there's not really a twist. It's more there is, but it's more so the movie itself is good. You don't like keeping his kids safe all at the same time. It wasn't really about the aliens themselves. It was more about the guy. It was about, him and his family. And they were just all good actors. I just thought it was a really good written movie.
I
Yeah.
can't not think of Scary Movie when I think
Oh,
about
that too.
Signs.
I do mix those two up like a lot.
oh
I
man,
I didn't
Anytime I
realize-
think about Signs, my brain automatically goes to all the scenes
Yeah.
from Scary Movie 3. Was
yeah,
it?
Yeah.
Scary Movie
oh,
3.
like I always
It's
think
so
about that
dumb.
scene where the dude walks out with the shovel and he like cocks it and a shotgun shell flies out of it. Like I remember we like stopped and like zoomed in on that like 30 times trying to figure out where the shell came from.
That
like-
was so funny. Dude.
Or
Or
like
the
when
scene
the-
where her hat,
Her
is
hat
just
keeps getting bigger every cutscene.
That's so funny.
It was good.
Somebody did a Lady Dimitrescu mod.
Oh my
where
gosh,
her
her
hat
hat's just
kept
keep-
yeah, every time you looked away from her and looked back, her hat was bigger.
That's really funny.
But anyways, so let's move on to the
Oh,
topic.
God.
Oh no, we need currently playing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go first this week. I always let you guys go because you guys have games that you play, and so. But this week I played some games, so I'm gonna go
Oh,
first.
okay.
Okay.
So proud of you, Jamal.
I know
Me too.
it's a lot of work. Okay, so first off, I upgraded my Pokemon Snap. Finished Pokemon Snap 64.
Hell yeah, bro.
Me and the girlfriend
got
did.
Mew
Yeah.
picks and everything.
Yeah, I got it all. We got the Mew picks. And so then we were like, fuck, we need to play the new one. So we went out to GameStop, the dying game store, and literally like I walked in and I probably
Weeds are rolling by and shit.
yeah, I killed it a little bit more too, because like I googled and it was like, oh, they have 3 used copies at this location here. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go in, and it was like $37 online, and I went in and it said 44 on the thing used, and I was like, hey, on your website it says $37.99, and he was like, oh, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm positive actually, and like showed it
As
to
a
him.
matter of fact, I am.
And I was like, yeah, I can show you. And he's like, oh, I'll look it up. And I was like, all right, well, I have it right here. Like, like I can't fake your website, but all right. Anyway, so he went and looked it up, and he was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, it'll be $37.99.
Damn, bro.
And I was like, damn, I took a little bit more money from GameStop.
Took
Like,
the wind out that man's
Driving
sails.
yeah, like, so yeah. And he's like, well, do you want like a membership? I'm like, no.
No.
I was like, I'll never be back in here again. He's like, oh, but the new Pokemon,
Yeah.
But anyways,
So how are you liking it so far?
I love it, dude. It's like It's very pretty, and it's very
Yeah.
it's very cool to see it like going straight from the N64 one and then jumping in there, and it feels almost exactly the same, but like just upgraded. And, like you see all these like new stats and things that you can do. Like there's a day and night cycle
I was
for
gonna
each
say,
level.
I love the different variations of like the same level. So you go
Yeah.
at night and like
And the like higher your level is, like if you go back to an old level, like it'll change. Like the Pokemon will do different stuff depending on what level you are. So the levels never actually or they do eventually run out of like new stuff, but you know they're constantly changing, and then you can unlock all these new ones. So, and then there's like the cool like. They're like, we're looking for this special kind of Pokemon, and then so you have like a boss level basically where you got to go in and just like take pictures of like a cool ass Pokemon, kind of like Mew.
But you got to find a way to get like the shimmery shit off of them so your picture will like get the right exposure.
Yeah, and then there's like daily achievements, or not daily, but like there's just like different jobs or like little quests you can do that where like the chick's like, I really wish I could find a picture of a Pokemon doing this or whatever. And so like the whole time you're like trying to find, it's like little side quest missions for your photography.
I also love how you can just go around the camp in a circle and like take pictures in the campground, you know?
Oh yeah,
I mean?
dude.
Like
It's super cool. But anyway, so I've been playing that, and then I jumped on Pokemon Puzzle League since like it came out with the N64 expansion pack or whatever. I beat it on easy mode because medium mode is literally like hard mode. Like I like you go from easy mode, which just feels like normal, and then you go to normal mode and it's like, holy fuck, like you cannot beat anybody. But yeah, I beat the game on easy mode. It was fun. Like it's just a match puzzle game, but like you get badges, you know, like you're basically just playing through the puzzle. It starts with like a cutscene animation it's like the anime. And like Professor Oak calls and he's like, Ash, you gotta go to the fucking Puzzle League, bro. And like Ash is like, okay. And like, you know, so you go to this town where literally everybody just plays Pokemon puzzles, and so you gotta battle your way to the top, and then you fight Giovanni and all that shit. So
that sounds kind of badass.
It is cool, dude. It's fun. It's just, you know, match puzzle with Pokemon paint thrown on it. And like you pick your Pokemon like stadium, you'll be able to battle online, which will be cool.
If you just did a new Pokemon stadium, that would be sick. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like with like all the Pokemon, the modern
Current
Pokemon in it,
yeah.
and like you had like import your Pokemon from Pokemon Home and stuff. That would be neat.
The problem is that there's no need for Pokemon Stadium anymore because the actual Pokemon game's battle modes are like Pokemon Stadium now.
Or you
Yeah,
can just pick any Pokemon.
what if you could
up.
like incorporate a story into it or something, so it's not like just.
But then it would just
Then
become
it'd
the
just be
Pokemon game.
yeah,
Like
made by-
the current Pokemon games, like that's why they had Pokemon Stadium back then, is because there was no 3D Pokemon battling, you know, like in the Game Boy games. And now all the games are 3D, so it's like there's really no reason for a separate battle
I
game.
guess so.
Shut up, Jamel. I want another stadium.
Yeah, leave me alone.
God
Let me
damn
live
it.
in my nostalgia.
Didn't think this through that much.
But
You
you know,
can't just like build your dream team though in a normal Pokemon game. You have to go out and work for it. You know what I mean?
oh, you mean like just pick it however
Yeah,
you want?
like-
Yeah, that's what I was talking. Yeah,
I
just
guess.
pick any Pokemon. And
That's
do
the
it
cool thing about
random.
Pokemon Stadium. It's like you could just like literally go through the whole roster
Yeah.
of Pokemon and just build a crazy team and then just battle with your friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they had that idea on Switch, or not on Switch, on Wii. They had Coliseum, which was just Stadium, but
Yeah.
but yeah, even back then though we
They
didn't have
did
3D yet.
Dude, I completely forgot about that. Holy shit.
But anyways, so played that. Then I downloaded this game on. I downloaded a couple games on Game Pass. Got Escape Academy. Let me tell you, this game's fun as fuck.
Is
Like,
it really?
Yes,
I've almost downloaded that like 5 times, dude.
dude. You
I
should
keep
have
scrolling over it.
download it and we can play co-op. Like you can
Really?
play the whole game in co-op. It's actually like this really cool like anime premise, like not necessarily an anime, but I just think of an anime because like you start out and you like walk into this building and it's like a typical whatchamacallit, like an escape room place, and the lady's like, oh, welcome to blah 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 escape room, go into that room over there and have fun or
fun,
whatever.
yeah.
And you go in, and after you escape, she's no longer out there, and like everybody's gone and the place is trashed, and so like you have to like figure out more escape room stuff in there, and then it leads to like this underground place, and you like keep going down, and suddenly you're like in a train station underground, and she's like, actually, I don't work here. I'm part of the escape room academy, and like you've been chosen, like we knew you had potential and you made it here or whatever. And so then like you go it's a lot like Stanley Parable, like in that way. Like it feels like Stanley Parable, the humor does or whatever, but then it's like a lot of like whimsy and stuff. It's cool.
Sounds kind of like kidnapping too.
It is kidnapping for sure. Because like whenever she's telling you that, you like walk over. There's like phones, and you walk over and press interact, and it's like, I wish I could call somebody and tell them that I'm about to go to this place or whatever. But it's like it's really interesting. But anyways,
definitely gonna try that.
Yeah, and it's full co-op, and the puzzles are fun, and like you feel really smart when you figure them out. Like I might just be dumb, and they might be a little easy or something, but like I thought they're pretty fucking hard, and I've figured out all of them like without having to Google stuff. Like, and you get a time limit, like in each one, it's like you have 30 minutes or whatever to figure out this puzzle, or like 15 minutes depending on the difficulty. And so like if you don't figure it out, like you get a lower grade. And you're trying to get like 12 pieces to this thing to become like a master escapist or whatever.
Escape artist.
Yeah, and they say like they're like those who go on to graduate from this academy have become presidents and like spies and all that stuff. It's really cool. Yeah, like it's a really cool thing. And like I honestly did not expect it to be that cool.
I can see it being fun. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say there's a lot of like VR escape room games that I've played, like I Expect You to Die and stuff like that were really decent games. So I could definitely see the appeal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would have never guessed a story like that though, out of escape rooms as the theme.
That's what I'm getting at. It's like the puzzles are great and everything, but it's really the story that keeps you there. You know what I'm saying? But it's fun.
I'm definitely getting that as soon as I get home.
For sure. And then I downloaded Power Wash Simulator. Obviously, had to do that.
I got that downloading at home right now.
I can't.
It's okay. It's not that good. I'm gonna be honest with you. The graphics aren't good enough for what it is. Like, if you're gonna give me a Power Wash Simulator, I want the graphics to be like phenomenal, so that like I feel like I'm actually power washing. It just feels too cartoony. Like it's almost like. Aaron was kind of joking about it. He was like, "Oh, well, why don't you just play fucking Super Mario Sunshine? It's the same thing." And it really is. Like, I mean, you could technically just go Super Mario Sunshine with it, but this it gets like way more intricate. Like, you have to sit there and like change the nozzles on your fucking, thing and like clean everything. It took like literally 20 minutes to power wash the first like objective. You gotta like power wash. Played that a little bit, and then I've been playing The Legend of Zelda, like the OG Legend of Zelda on NES, like on my little device that I got for my birthday.
Oh wow!
I'm on the 8th fucking little dungeon. I'm almost done. Like it's a hard ass game trying to play without like looking at fucking guides and stuff.
Yeah.
That like it's crazy how much that game is just the later Zelda games. Like it was an open world game on the NES. Like it's so fucking weird just playing it and like seeing all these like through lines to games that came later.
Yeah.
But doesn't get Zelda gets credit in general, but that game specifically doesn't get enough credit. Like I feel like a lot of people just go straight to A Link to the Past as like the big game, but like I've beaten A Link to the Past before. This game honestly feels even cooler just because of how much earlier it came, and it's like very similar stuff.
We definitely wouldn't have a lot of the games we have today were it not for the original Legend of Zelda game. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And but that's it. That's all I've been playing besides like Warzone and Forza. And I've been playing a lot of Forza.
Yeah, we've been playing the shit out of Forza.
And I found like it's fun because I could just throw on my Series X, bring up Spotify on my Series X and just have like my own playlist playing, so like I don't even have to like listen to the bullshit Pulse like Forza Pulse
Horizon Pulse.
Yeah, so
dude, I have to because I want the double score thing. You know what I mean? Every now and then
the
you
song
get the
thing.
You
still get it
even
if
really?
you turn the music all the way down.
Yeah, turn
Okay,
it down,
cool.
but don't
Yeah.
turn it off.
Yeah, like you'll see it pop up and it'll say like the song
Skill
or whatever.
song.
Yeah.
I freak out
So-
when I get a skill song, bro.
I'll just be jamming like literally I was jamming the fucking Need for Speed Underground soundtrack.
Oh, hell
Like I was
yeah.
like, yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, it was like that, and then I'd switch it to the Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtrack. Like, dude, you could just do whatever you want. you know. So like,
Yeah,
that's
good
the
way to
times
do
right
it.
there.
but anyways, yeah. So what about you guys? What you been playing?
Well, I have been playing Control. I finally went back to because it was on the PlayStation, thing. They had the Ultimate Edition. You know what I mean, like the Game Pass PlayStation thing. And I had it on PC, but like for whatever reason, the textures don't load right on my computer. So like every time I try to play it on PC, like the walls and stuff are like all blurry and shit. And like I have to DLSS doesn't look very good on it, and you turn on ray tracing, fucking forget about it. Like, you know what I
2
mean?
frames.
Like maybe with you guys' graphics card, but mine just can't handle it. But the fucking PS5 version looks and plays really well, and so I've been really enjoying that actually. Now that it's not just like a buggy mess, you know what I mean? So
That's a dope game.
yeah, I'm pretty far into it right now. I would say I don't know. I just like met up with my brother and like he's all fucked up and like I'm trying to like save him somehow. I don't know, shit's crazy.
I just don't hear enough like good stuff about it for me to take the time to play it. Like I always hear like it's literally like everybody just says how mediocre of a game it is. Like they're just like it's a good okay game.
It's not mediocre. I would say it's got a really interesting, trippy story that's like Twilight Zone-esque. It's better than mediocre. The physics are really good.
Yeah, the particle effects and everything.
Particle effects. The actual combat is really well done. It is kind of like I would say the one thing is like most of like the environments are very like It's have you ever seen that YouTube video called Backrooms? And it's like just a guy walking around like office buildings and then scary shit happens randomly.
Yeah, that's actually like a creepypasta.
It kind of reminds me of that, but like with like more of
a story.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's interesting as fuck. And like the actual like gameplay is really good. And like you can fly around and shit. Like not many games give you the ability to just like fucking fly around like Superman blasting people, you know what I mean? Like I definitely have a lot of good things to say about it. I don't know. It's definitely also not like, I don't know. I feel like when I'm done playing it, maybe I'll forget about it. You know what I mean? I can see how I don't know, man. It's hard to, it's hard to even put a finger on it. It is set in the same world as Alan Wake. I keep finding like Alan Wake references throughout the game, which is another thing that makes it super interesting to me because I'm a big Alan Wake fan. And Alan Wake 2 is coming out relatively soon. But, I don't know. When Stray comes out tomorrow, I might get a little distracted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I'm going to try to finish it, though. I'm trying really hard to blast through it. I'm going to try to stay up all night, fucking just finish it tonight. Anyways, and I played the new Twilight Zone VR game, and it's really annoying. Like, I can't figure out what the fuck to do. Like, and fucking tries to kill you, and, like, he's talking to you in your own voice, which, like, the first 2 times he does it, I'm like, oh, that's creepy, you know what I mean? Like, he says some shit that you said, you know what I mean? But it's like, after a while, it's just your own dumbass voice, like, I'm gonna find you, ha ha ha.
But, like, your voice, like Brent Bass
like,
voice?
It has you, like, say a bunch of random shit at the beginning of the game, and then, like, it, like, repeats it back to you in a creepy way, like, as the monster comes and tries to, like, fuck you.
You should have, like, done, like, a weird voice, like, to make it even creepier.
To throw it off.
No, yeah, just to make the game creepier. Like, whenever it told you to say something, you should have been like, no. Like, it, like, said it, like, fucked up, all weird, and then, like, I feel like you could have creeped yourself out more.
You know what? I think that's what I'm going to do.
I want to play this game just to do that.
Inhale, speak your words. Like,
but basically, I got, like, stuck, like, 15 minutes into it and just gave up. Like, I replayed the same segment, like, 30 minutes, and I was like, all right, fuck this. I'm just, like, I'm done.
Yeah.
So it could be a good game. I don't fucking know, and probably will never know.
What's the weird, like, the tunnel worm creature guy, like, from Twilight Zone? No, you're talking Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
I thought you meant fucking, what was I thinking of?
Black Mirror?
No, the old show with the dude and the chick, and there's like they're constantly solving like alien and paranormal stuff. X-Files. I don't know why I was thinking X-Files this whole time. That would have been way creepier than a Twilight Zone game.
X-Files would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it would.
There were
That's
some
another-
episodes of X-Files that were pretty creepy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was
Maybe I
always
was
an
just a little
X-Files
kid.
fan.
I don't remember.
No, that worm guy. That's the guy who's in the sewer. What's the fucking monster guy whose face is like a hole and he like looks like a mummy? Like you
I
remember?
don't remember that at
No.
all.
Y'all don't remember the fucking?
Dude, it's been a long time, man.
What was he? He was
I
like
wonder
a
if
and he was like a
X-Files is on
worm.
anything.
Yeah. Oh gosh, dude. He has a name. His name is like Fluke Man or something. Yes, it is Fluke Man. This guy. Y'all remember him from
my
X Files?
God.
No.
What the
It's
fuck?
horrifying. Like, if you, I don't know if you can see it on the thing.
It won't.
But yeah, I
the
remember the
exposure.
first time I saw that. I think he's like in episode 2. No, he's in the first No. He's in like the second. Or
Hey, keep talking about
Oh my
Fluke Man for
God.
a second. I don't want to miss Devin's thing. Hold up. I'll be right back.
Yeah. All right. So
Dude, we need
Well-
to see what the X Files is like streaming on because I really want to watch X Files.
leaves. David Duchovny or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah. He ends up like leaving. So
Fox and Scully,
yeah.
Mulder and Scully. Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely, it's good up until then though. It's worth watching all the way up to that point for sure.
Didn't they do? Wasn't there a recent X Files thing? Like a
Yeah, they brought it back.
oh, yeah.
Like-
Oh, okay. It was just a whole like okay.
New like but it was like a reboot almost, but like it was like a sequel to the old show, but it's still the same characters, the same Mulder and
Scully and Mulder.
Mulder and Scully. Yeah.
Mulder and then Scully.
Scolder and Mully.
Sculder and Mully.
That's but
Dude,
yeah.
I do. My brain is super dyslexic. I do that shit all the time.
Oh, me too, dude. It's like trying to pat your fucking head and rub your stomach.
It's like mouth dyslexia.
Yeah. Anyways, so Devin, tell us what you've been playing, sir.
So I mean, a little bit of VR, a little bit of flat screen. VR. I got this. Oh god, I got this new game. And I should have known. You know, I was curious. The premise is like, it's you're going in to fight this cult or something, and it's a wave shooter and whatnot. But it's overly done. It is basically a murder simulator. I don't know that I'm gonna be playing it much.
What is it called?
Just to stay off FBI watch lists.
Wait.
Blood Trail.
It's a murder simulator, isn't
Basically, like you go in and it's a wave shooter, and it's like these freaking crazy like cult crackheads or whatever that are just coming at you with different weapons, and you can fight them with different weapons and whatnot. And it
like Blade and Sorcery style?
Yeah, I was about to say, isn't
Yeah,
Blade and
it's
Sorcery a
basically-
murder
it's
simulator?
Blade and Sorcery, but with guns. And
All right.
and to heal for whatever
like
reason,
Boneworks?
no worse.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, it's very gory, and the death animations are a little much.
Really?
Like
oh,
the people that developed this
that's
game.
a lot coming
spent
from you. No offense.
Well, yeah, no, yeah, like, well, you know, the people that developed this game, they spent some time in the dark places of the internet, because back in the day, I did the same thing, and so like I have a semi knowledge of some fucked up shit, and they got it perfect, and it's
Oh.
yeah.
What does that mean? Like
Like,
I get the dark
Just
parts
death,
of the internet.
death animations, like.
So like what kind of give me some
Twitch is
voices,
in
give
re-
me some like what's
Well,
happening
the
here?
voices not so much. It's more so like the game, but
it's something that's gonna get blamed for stuff in the future.
It's a game that
probably.
I feel like I'm gonna get put on a fucking watch list if I play again. Like, so I played it a couple times, and I'm just like, yeah, we're gonna shelf this until like there's like a campaign, because it's just like a aimless shooter at this point.
Might have to try this one.
But to heal, but look, one of the greatest parts of this whole game though is to heal. For some reason, you smoke crack. And I don't know why.
Is this made by like a bunch of teenage boys? Like I
Dude,
don't
I-
understand what this is.
I don't know, but it's one of the goriest games that I've played in VR.
Do you have like
and
a crack pipe and you just have to like light it, or like how
you
does
literally you look down at your like belt basically, and a little
Keep
pipe
that
pops
thing
up.
on me.
You grab a pipe, and then a lighter spawns in your other hand, and you smoke crack to heal.
Is
So-
it like the whole process? Like, how long does the crack smoking to heal take? Like, is it just like an instantly you're
It's
healed? as soon
basically
as
like
you-
a couple hits, and then you're just like you get like you go into a slow mo euphoria thing.
God.
That's ridiculous.
It is like the person that made this game was on crack, probably. Like,
See, my thing is like, how much worse could it be, like compared to that game you're constantly playing, where like you have the Star Wars mod and you can just like chop people's heads off and like slowly stick the blades into them and stuff.
I mean, I don't
what,
know.
What game is that?
Blade and Sorcery.
Sorcery.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
That
so-
game's like literally just a murder simulator.
Yeah,
like,
but it's the realism that Blood Trail took.
Oh,
The
okay.
route of realism that they went above and beyond.
it's just more.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like the reactions. Like you can like with the shotgun. Obviously, is going to be the most fucked up weapon you can use in this game. You can like blast their limbs off, and they will fall to the ground like looking at their fucking nub. Like of a leg, and like they're still alive on the ground like, until they eventually bleed out, or if you
okay.
finish them off, like just shit like that. Like they
VR.
they paid attention to the little details. But anyways, so yeah, that was a game that I tried it, but I don't know that I'll be returning back to it just for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Or until when they had a story, like I want an objective, not just mindless killing.
Murder.
Because
Yeah.
then it gets like,
Give you a motive here.
yeah, because it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, because some of them have pistols, some of them have screwdrivers. Other than
He's like, I went at it like with that, but then like you shoot one. He's like, I have a family. Oh God! I
I
didn't
know this is just VR.
I know it's VR, but I feel real.
I've never felt so much.
it's fucked. It's so.
Just think before you pull that controller trigger.
So funny.
Holy shit! But anyways, so I played
Goodness.
that. Played Pavlov again just because I like going back. They have a new zombie custom map that is like it's a super long playthrough of a zombie experience. Basically, you need to get Pavlov.
Right. Yeah.
I got DL to get it, and we played it the other day, and he loved it.
Yeah.
like, he was instantly
I've
hooked.
definitely played Pavlov. You know.
Oh,
I
okay.
just-
Well, yeah. Well, now I mean, like all the maps that in game mode, custom game modes that people have made and uploaded, they're so much fun.
I'm gonna have to get into it. I'm gonna have to give it a whirl. I've got
But,
more space in my room now, so maybe I'll give it a try.
And then hold on, I played some other shit. So Forza, played a bunch of Forza. Love Forza. Always
Did you see
return
the
to it.
Blade and Sorcery update that they just got?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the mods to get updated for it. Really.
Word. Have you tried it at all?
I played a lot of the betas, 11, like the different 11.0 betas, and I mean it's good. It didn't make a whole lot of crazy changes. It was a lot of cosmetic stuff.
You see like the outdoor area at the
Yeah.
beginning and stuff. I
Yeah,
thought
there's
that
a
was
whole
pretty cool. With
explorable
like the
area.
door that like latches and shit. I thought that was pretty
Mhm.
neat.
Yeah, and then the zip lines and stuff, and the water that you can't fucking swim in for
Yeah,
some
that's
reason. But I think they plan on adding swimming. But yeah, no, I'm excited to see where Blade and Sorcerer's going because they're picking up steam. A lot of people are playing that game very
Yeah.
regularly. A lot of people are buying it, and they've got a long roadmap for it. And I can't wait because, like, basically they're developing a really good framework to be applied to other VR games too.
Yeah.
I hope that they sell their engine to other VR games so we can see a bunch of different stuff. You know, because it's such a well-rounded physics engine and like interactability and whatnot
Yeah.
that for it to not be utilized in other ways other than Blade and Sorcery's theme would be very sad.
Agreed.
So Fortune's Keep, whenever getting
yeah.
shot up on Fortune's Keep from
Another
various
bad
roof-
level brought to you by Warzone.
I don't think it's that bad, but it is difficult. It seems very condensed.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
People-
It's that like too many buildings that don't have entrances, too many like high spots like to where you can just get shot from people like across the map like while you're fighting
Verticality.
another team. It's just really too much verticality on such a small space. It's just bad design. Like I don't know what's going on over there. They just need to think before they build. Anyways, Brent, did you already go?
Yeah,
No.
I went.
Okay. All right. That's it for what we've been playing. If you want to let us know what you've been playing, you can do it in the Facebook group at facebook.com/group/GameSpeak-podcast, and we'll talk with you about it there. We're going to jump on over to the topic of the show. This week's topic of the show is historical events that would make a great video game. Now, this was a lot harder than I thought it would be, but I got 3 solid ones, okay? I got some good ones. So I'm going to knock one of mine out first cuz I know you guys both have more than me. But my first one is Titanic. And I think this would be a really good narrative-driven game, like one like where not like just some experience, but like create some kind of drama that didn't actually happen on the Titanic, and then like maybe you could have like like some dude trying to escape from the mafia or some shit is like on there, and it turns out that the mafia followed him on. Maybe you got all this crazy shit happening that never got reported. Like I think it would be kind of cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
You gotta push through the crowds to get to the lifeboats. and
yeah, you
shit.
gotta play it. You gotta play it out and like see if you survive or like.
Maybe
don't
it's like a stealth game where the mob is hunting you all over the ship, and so you're like constantly trying to do new disguises and like blend into the crowd to stay away from the mob. And
It's
then
like Hitman.
yeah, like Hitman, but like without the killing. More of just like
Yeah.
a hiding simulator. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then as the ship sinks, they're like chasing you around. I don't know.
and I want them to add like fucking like you can play like cards and shit, like different things that were actually happening on the ship.
Yeah.
Like you go and like you gotta have like little mini games that take place on the ship.
Form
you know?
relationships on the ship. that
Absolutely.
They end up turning you over to the mob. Like
Yeah, or help you escape. That's what I say.
yeah.
Depending on like your
who.
choices, like
Yeah.
narrative choices and stuff like.
I'm gonna go. My first one is the Boxer Rebellion. This happened in 1899. It was an anti-Christian uprising in China, where these guys known as the Society of Righteous and Harmonious Fists basically went around just beating the shit out of everybody that came to China. Fucking that was a
shit.
Christian, and like fucking they were like breaking all the railroads and shit that were built there, and like there was this huge uprising, and the foreigners called them the Boxers because they like practice martial arts and like Chinese boxing and stuff. So it
Like,
was like
dude, those guys will box the shit out
I've
of you,
Yeah.
bro.
I've never heard
Imagine
of
you
this.
just like roll up into China, like you're not even trying to bring like your religion or anything. Some dude's just like, hey, what do you believe in? He's like, oh well, I'm a Christian. You just like they just, like a bunch of dudes just run out and start beating the shit out of you.
Bro,
Like-
it was basically like the Boxers and the just nation of China versus like the British Empire, Australia, Wales, like New Zealand, India, Russia, like all these different like
They just didn't want any like outside culture taking over. Basically,
exactly. So it was like a 2 or 3 year rebellion where they basically just fucking beat the shit out of them. And they believed that their martial arts, by practicing martial arts, they made themselves immune to like Western weapons. So like fucking they thought they could like take a bullet to the chest and just keep going and stuff. And like
Damn.
they got so like notorious for just like being badasses that like a lot of the fucking foreigners started thinking they were invulnerable to like bullets and shit. Like it was crazy, man.
So everybody just we're like, we don't even need guns anymore. Let's just fucking duke it out.
They all
like
just
this.
show up, and throw hands.
Right. That would be a
Well,
tight
that's
like.
that's what China and India did not too long ago. Like there was an altercation at the China-India border.
Oh, I saw that video.
And it was-
yeah,
It was fist fighting for the most part.
Oh shit!
yeah.
But there was casualties.
yeah, because
Like
people
I think
got
were
dropped, dude.
Yeah, they were
Man,
like,
that's crazy.
well, people were thrown off of cliffs and stuff too. I
Oh
think.
my god!
Yeah,
Chill
it's
out,
like the
everybody.
Warriors, dude. So like, okay, yeah, I could see that being a game, but would you play from the perspective of like a Christian dude, like just trying to make his way
Definitely
through
not.
China, or do you
Definitely
play
not.
as the Chinese, just beating the shit out of
I'm
you,
about to
like
say,
hate
you
crimes?
can't- You can't make the xenophobic warriors look good. Like,
Like, wait, so which side is which? Like,
xenophobic, right? That's like where you're afraid of other or like you're
Other
against
cultures,
you're
yeah.
against other cultures and countries.
well,
I don't necessarily think you're xenophobic.
to fight off all this, like, what's the word for it? What would this be? This be colonization?
Maybe
Yeah,
focus more on like
colonization.
the philosophy of their like martial arts and stuff, and then like
Have, like
you
the
know their
Sifu engine in it.
you know.
Yeah, dude, that could be a fun game. I don't know how you would make that game, but it would be fun.
Yeah,
Th-
definitely.
There'd be a lot of mines you'd have to like step over, like, and hopefully not
you
step
definitely
on.
have to do a lot of research.
Yes.
Too. It's like one of those things, but you
But
know.
no, that's a cool. I haven't even heard of that, so like that's a cool one. Devin, what you got?
So the capital right now. I'm sorry. I literally did have that on my
That's
list
why
as,
we're rebooting this.
Yeah.
as a joke.
January
As a
6th, the game.
I'm sorry. I had to get that one out.
January 6th 2.
God damn it. No, so I know this isn't technically like a niche historical event, but I want to see a really good gladiator game.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
had that
Like-
on my thing for sure.
Like
yeah.
so, like a game that really delves into like the whole like history of it. Maybe I don't know how you could incorporate it because it was mostly slaves that were forced to be gladiators.
See,
Yeah.
this is
Or
what you could
prisoners.
do with your blood and or blade and sorcery engine here. You
Dude,
know what
yeah,
I
oh,
mean? Have
yeah.
like a really fleshed out gladiator game where it pits you against like a fucking big ass lion or something, and you're just
They could
like,
play the story like, okay, so maybe like you're somebody who was captured and
Yeah.
thrown in as a slave, and
Yeah.
it literally just make the movie Gladiator into a game.
A VR
Yeah,
game
yeah,
would be,
that would be
dope as
sick.
fuck.
Yeah, you're just trying to get your wife back, or like you're trying to get revenge for like what happened to your wife or whatever.
Maybe you
know?
do like a franchise mode where you're like a Roman emperor or something. Have a couple fighters or whatever.
Oh, that would be sick too.
It's
Like,
like
you're
your
managing
manager.
gladiator manager.
The management simulator. Okay, I like that.
I can get behind it.
But yeah, I think like yeah, we've seen gladiator games, but I feel like it's a fairly untapped, area that we could see some good stuff come out of still.
Maybe like you could start as like a slave and like you could have like 0 stat points, you know what I mean? And like you kind of build yourself up from nothing like Elden Ring, or you could start as like a willing participant who has like already got a bunch of stat points and is a higher level, but like it's already allocated, so you can't really decide like where to allocate those points kind of thing,
Work
you
your
know
way
what I
up to
mean?
become the best gladiator.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
So
most- the most
Gladiator, the movie. Yeah, like
Or go have a bunch of different weapons.
And you could have like a story parts where you're like walking around the arena between fights and stuff,
and
like,
everybody's slowly starting to like you. You
yeah,
know, like
yeah,
at first
you're
they're
getting
just
more
Yeah,
like,
you go-
popular.
like, look out, young blood, you suck. And
Or
you
they
know,
blame you for cheating halfway through the game or something,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, you cheetah!"
and
you know,
so they
whatever.
take away something from you, so like you have
or
to
they
like
damage your weapons before you go. in.
yeah,
Oh,
and you still
yeah.
kick
They
their ass.
sabotage you.
You still fuck
Yeah.
them up.
That would be sick.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Telling you, yeah, gladiators. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, my next one is this one would be fucked up, but the Siege of Leningrad, which was basically here, like, so I don't fuck it up, I'm gonna read to you from the wiki. But the Siege of Leningrad was a prolonged military blockade undertaken by the Axis powers against the Soviet city of Leningrad. It says Germany's army Group North advanced from the south, while the German allied Finnish army invaded from the north and completed the ring around the city.
So is German v German on that one?
No, German versus the Soviets.
Oh, okay.
So like they blocked them in, like this entire city, and their whole goal was to take the city and murder everybody in the city after they took it over. Like they weren't planning on keeping anybody alive. They were just going to kill the entire population of like 2 million people that were left there. But those 2 million people held their ground, and like they built like a giant like fortification around Leningrad, and there was
And-
like a road in called the Road of Life that would bring in food, but they only brought in so much food. Like there was some crazy amount of people starved to death in this time, and so so you could either do the story from, and this is a horrible thing that happened, so obviously you don't want to play it lightly. You want to tell like this story, kind of like I feel like what's the game that we were just playing with the rats during the plague?
Oh,
A Plague Tale.
Yeah.
You could do something similar to that, like with this Road of Life or whatever, like being the soldiers trying to bring food in, but you're constantly getting bombed and all this stuff, or like or you could be inside. There's these they basically have like this not German, Russian word for the cannibals that started popping up, because people would literally start eating each other because they were starving to death, like
Holy
inside
fuck.
of Leningrad. So there was groups of cannibals that would go around. So
Passed
who,
from
yeah,
starvation.
and that was another thing. Like the medical, like the doctors there, like if they had to amputate people, they would keep the limbs to eat, like and stuff like that. So
Jesus.
yeah, it
Damn.
was terrible.
dark as
It
fuck.
was super dark.
But
But
like, oh, we gotta chop it off.
Just
man.
somebody
They're like, are
just-
you sure?
He's
It's,
like,
it's really not that bad. Nah, we gotta fucking.
we're taking it now.
somebody just sitting in your hospital room. It's like, what you waiting on? I feel okay. Like,
But like honestly, you could do a crazy story there. Like maybe like somebody who's like
Yeah, I can see that getting dark.
just trying
Very
to
dark.
survive.
yeah, trying to survive. Like it could be a survival game, or maybe there's like a story of like a kid trying to make it through like his parents got killed or whatever, or died of starvation, and he's trying to make it like out of the city and survive. And so like you're trying to get through to somewhere else and not get eaten.
Not hell.
Have you ever
Yeah.
played This War of Mine?
I haven't. No.
I feel like you could do like a game in that type of style that would be really well fitting to this like scenario.
Oh yeah, it'll be dark. That's the thing. It's gonna be dark as fuck, but I think it should stay true to what actually was happening in that situation. So, but anyways, I think that could be an interesting game.
Yeah, that's a good one there. That's a good one there.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's see. Okay, so this one is a little more chill than all these other ones. I was thinking you could do like a Wright Brothers simulation thing where you're like trying to build the first airplane. So you're like constructing crazy flying machines and trying to build
that'd be
something
tight.
that'll actually like take up off the ground,
And have it actually be like a builder to where
Yeah.
like physics play into like if you put a wing here and a wing here, but like rudders in wrong spots and shit. That would be cool. I could see a lot of cool experimentation with that.
It would be cool. And if you happen to make some kind of like flying machine that just like was shaped different than you know what I mean? Like you could have fun with it. It'd be like
Yeah.
Kerbal Space Program, but like on a much smaller, more historically accurate scale. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that could be a cool VR game. Like
Yeah.
maybe like you take to the
You
skies
get to
with
actually
your
try your
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
die in the plane. you
motion
just-
sick city right there,
Oh
dude.
god,
Definitely, that'd be cool.
that'd be dope.
Yeah.
There'd be a lot of replayability, a lot of creativity with that.
That's what I was
Mhm.
thinking. And you could have like a free mode once you've like actually built the first plane. Like you like
Just
okay
build
now
the most ridiculous
yeah,
shit that you
just
can
go crazy.
imagine.
We'll just give you some jet engines now and shit, and you can just go.
Make games about every other war. Why not? Why not something historically accurate though?
Yeah, yeah.
I'd like a historically accurate account of
So-
Just
the
like all the
Korean War.
World War II games. Yeah, like just give us something like in that same vein.
Yeah, like a respectable account of it. Because
What
like
exactly-
I never in like grade school or in college, I don't think I ever had any classes on the Korean War.
No, I was about to say like I don't really know anything about the Korean War
Yeah.
because it was never in a video game.
That is crazy.
Oh god, yeah, a lot of my World War II knowledge is from video games.
You know.
Holy shit.
For
so
sure.
is the Korean War like a civil war that split North and South Korea? Like what is the Korean War? I don't know anything about
So-
it. Can you just explain
well,
it
I
to me
mean,
like I'm an idiot? Like because
I'm-
you know.
I mean, I can't explain what I don't really know that well of, but I know North Korea was trying to take over the rest of Korea.
Okay.
And the U.S. came to South Korea's aid.
Yeah, because they
Ah.
were more for democracy and like we were
North
we
Korea
were
was North
basically anywhere where there was some type of communism popping up, we were like, hey, we'll back the other side,
Yeah.
you know. And so like that was kind of our thing to stop communism worldwide, was to like go and back democracy.
And
in
it was
places.
a pretty high casualty war, from what
Mhm.
I understand. That, and which also surprises me why we don't hear
Talk
it much
about
in
it
like
more, yeah.
classes. Yeah, because I think it was in like 100,000.
Maybe they're afraid they'll instigate some shit with North Korea after that fucking
Basically,
movie that
that's what
came
it
out.
is,
You
yeah.
remember?
Red Dawn.
Holy
It was-
shit!
Oh, and
no, then never mind.
what
What?
Nearly 5 million.
5
died?
million people died.
Yeah,
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, definitely.
but it says more than half of these, about 10% of Korea's pre-war population, were civilians.
Wow.
Fuck.
Damn. Yeah. See, like I don't know shit about the Korean War.
Me
Yeah.
either.
And I think the reason why is because it didn't really involve us as much as most. Well, I mean, we backed a side, but we weren't like on the ground. Like
No.
we were,
I
but
was
we,
gonna say, we had a lot of troops over there.
yeah, but it wasn't like as like it wasn't us going to fight a war. It was us going to help in a war.
Yeah.
You know,
Still could be interesting.
could definitely be interesting. It doesn't have to be American for it to
Well,
be
yeah,
a video
yeah.
game. But yeah. Anyways, my final one would be the moon landing, like the original moon landing. I think it could be a really cool simulator. Like, and I'm surprised it hasn't been
They
simulated.
got a VR moon landing simulator.
Is it like a legit simulator though, or is it just like, oh, this is how
Like
it
an
happened, and then
experience,
they just like an
yeah.
experience? I want to like
Off.
where there's actually fucking zombies on the moon. No, I'm just kidding.
Hell
No.
yeah, it just turns into a wave shooter.
Yeah, no, like say you do like a simulator where it all seems normal until we pull an M. Night Shyamalan, and when you land there, there's actually fucking vampires on the moon.
Oh my god.
And you gotta fucking fight to survive. So
Yes.
you're playing as fucking what's his name? The dude who landed on
Van
the moon.
Helsing.
No, who's the why did I forget who landed on the
Neil
moon? Neil
Armstrong.
Armstrong. I wanted to say Lance Armstrong. No, you're Lance Armstrong, and you land on the moon, and you got a bike. No, I'm just kidding. No, but you land on the fucking moon, and you got to fight fucking vampires. Like,
Yeah.
and like it's all covered up. Like at the end, it's a big cover up.
That
like,
sounds badass.
and that's why we've never been back to the moon.
And you can
because,
start it out real creepily too. Like you could be on the moon for a little bit, and you like see things out of your like peripheral
Yeah,
or something.
But it's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
VR experience, and like they don't even promote that this is what the game is. Like they just say it's like a simulator,
like the
and like
Duck
you
Hunter.
stumble across it. Yeah, dude, it could be tight as fuck.
That'd
That would be
yeah.
fucked up.
You're
There'd be
just
people
like
taking
chilling
this
on the
to
moon.
school and shit. Like, yeah, this is historical. Just like fucking scaring the shit out
Oh
of them.
god.
Yeah, you're just like, hey, did you guys see that?
They should
It's
do
like-
that with
it's like,
every historical thing.
Just like,
They should just update all the history games, like the Anne Frank experience. You're just like up in the Anne Frank attic, and then a monster comes out of the closet and eats your
I
face.
feel like the Anne Frank experience is already horrifying.
Yeah.
You don't have to add a monster to it. There's
I think
already
a lot of people consider Nazis monsters.
yeah, it's already horrifying. I think, like, I think the moon experience was more like wow, this is a big step into the world. You know, like one. What does he say?
One
Something.
small step. Wait.
Didn't he fuck it up? He meant to say it's like
one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
yeah. And what he meant to say was one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind. But he didn't say a man, so it was like basically he just said the same thing twice.
That's okay. It came out
Yeah.
fresh.
Yeah, it came out fresh. But yeah, anyways, that's my last one. You guys go ahead.
Oh, to touch back, I was looking up more info on that. 40 on the Korean War, 40,000 American casualties.
Damn.
Wow.
That's a lot
Yeah.
of Americans. I did not realize
Yeah,
that many.
I didn't either.
That's pretty crazy,
Yeah,
man.
Holy
see?
shit.
Like what?
Covered it up.
Like a league style game. But if you lose, you have to like sacrifice a member of your team. You know what I mean? To the
Get their heart
gods
cut
or
out of their
whatever.
chest.
He's like, it's all good, dude. I want this. Yeah.
So it's kind of like Fire Emblem. Like if you lose, you like permanently
Permadeath,
lose
yeah.
one of your characters, and you have to like recruit a new character and build their stats up and shit. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah, dude. That's tight. That's a good one.
I think it could be fun.
Definitely.
And
Would
nobody
not-
really knows the rules to that game 100%. You know what I
what
mean?
are you
I
talking
think
about, dude? We've seen Road to El Dorado.
different
There's like an
cultures had,
armadillo that
different
you kick
versions
up
of
there.
it and stuff. I just think it'd be cool because you could kind of make up your own game about it, basically. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Make something that works well. Have like a Rocket League type thing, but just with brutal deaths at the end. Like Rocket League and Mortal Kombat had
Oh,
a
yeah,
baby. You know?
Oh my god.
For sure, for sure.
So I where was it? So the settling of Texas, like the settlers versus like the Comanche, I think could be an interesting premise for a video game because the Comanches fucked people up back in
Yeah.
the day when people first came to or like when the settlers first came to Texas. The Comanche, like people didn't know how to fight them until like the Texas Rangers came around with 6-shooter pistols and whatnot.
It's kind of like the boxer situation. Like I feel like it's another thing where a bunch of white people are showing up and
But you
taking it. But you should play as the natives.
Well, you
I
like,
think
could,
it'd be
or you
cool
could
to
do
pick
versus.
sides.
Yeah, do a versus. Have Texas Rangers versus like the Comanche or something, or whole settlements versus tribes and whatnot.
I'm thinking
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what if you had like a story mode where like you, at the beginning, it's like Resident Evil 2. Like at the beginning of the game, you pick a side, you pick a character, right? And like you play as that character through the whole game. But like your characters like see each other throughout the game and interact. So like after your game is over as one character, you can go through the same story as the other character and see like a different perspective. You know what I mean? But like maybe you have like an Indian and like a settler dude, and like they're both kind of like on like they're just like underlings and they don't have any control over what's going on around them, and you see like the good and the bad from both perspectives. You know what I mean? So it's not just like
one side.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it could be interesting, man. I feel like there's a lot of potential there. I think that would be a cool like Naughty Dog game. Like give it to the Last of Us guys. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like that could be epic.
Oh, for sure. I just feel like no one would touch this game with a fucking 100.
Fucking, you know.
I don't think that's
You got the ranger that's like goes to bat for the Indians, you know, and then the Indian is like, "This is my homie. I don't know. We can't sacrifice him, you know." I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I
No,
like it.
I don't know, man.
I like it.
There's a way you could do it.
For sure. For sure. But yeah, Brent, what you got?
Okay. Let's see what I got. Let's see what I got in the bag of tricks here.
I thought it was you, Jamal.
No, I'm out of
Oh.
historical things that have ever happened.
All right. So
That
this
have
one
ever-
is inspired by Stray. I want the people who made Stray to make this game too. Like this is basically going to be like the spiritual successor to Stray, but it's going to be like based on a real thing, okay?
All right. all
So
right.
this is Unsinkable Sam. He was a cat that survived 3 ship sinkings in the let's see, I think it was World War II, yeah. So, hang on, let me read you this synopsis of Unsinkable Sam. And then imagine this as like a Stray type game where you're just running around a Navy ship as a cat.
Avoiding kamikazes.
Yeah,
and
avoiding
shit.
like bombs and kamikazes. Okay, so Unsinkable Sam was the nickname given to this cat who was actually named Oscar. He started as a ship's cat aboard a Nazi ship, Bismarck, which was sunk by the British ship HMS Cossack in 1941. The British crew found the cat floating on a board hours after the ship sank, took him aboard, and named him Oscar. Later in the war, the Cossack sank after being hit by a torpedo, killing 159 crew members. Oscar survived again and was rescued along with the remaining crew. His given nickname, given the nickname Unsinkable Sam. His last service was aboard the Ark Royal, an aircraft carrier that was also torpedoed, this time by a Nazi U-boat. Oscar survived that attack as well, and afterward retired to Belfast, where he lived in a seaman's home.
He's like, leave me the fuck alone. Like,
why does
he's
he
like, I don't want to be on a ship. He's like, put me on fucking land, bro. Like,
Put this poor cat on fucking warboats.
he's like, why am I retiring? I never asked for this job. Like,
It says Oscar died in 1955, full 14 years after.
fucking German name.
Well, apparently it was a
What the
German ship.
Fuck. I'm gonna have to. I want to do some research on this because that's interesting as fuck.
Isn't it crazy? Like,
That is wild as shit.
Dude. How did it? Yeah, like so he was a German cat who ended up fighting for the Allies, and then retired. He was a traitor.
He
for
learned
sure.
the error of his
he
ways
was definitely a traitor. But
after a
that's okay.
near-death experience.
He- He
He's-
ended up on the right side of history, you know?
Yeah, he had to get like his swastika tattoo removed. Like,
But the fact that he got put on 2 more boats after he survived the first sinking, like,
oh yeah,
That's crazy, man.
and then the third one is just like they're just trying to kill him at that point. Right?
Anyways,
So my last one here is, I think it'd be cool to do a game focused on the gold rush.
Oh,
Out
Okay.
west in the old
that could be
west.
fun.
Have
yeah,
it like
for
in the
sure.
old
Like a
west.
tycoon type game.
Oh, that would be tight.
No, I'm thinking have it in the set in the old west, and the the little gold mining town or whatever out in the mountains or what have you, wherever you want to put it, would be the main hub, and then the players go out and exploring trying to find gold. But once you leave that main hub, it becomes a free for all, like a PvP, because there was a lot of that. People would get killed going out into the mountains trying to find gold. Other bandits or even other gold miners.
You
would
could
go-
work together if you wanted to. Like,
Yeah.
say you come across a guy in the woods and you're both got rifles at each other,
Yeah,
and then
just
you're
have
like,
a complete proximity, and like it's up to like player. It just leave it to player interaction.
It could be like one
That
of
could
those
be cool.
games where like it's like a
It's
like
basically
a
like
farm.
Tarkov.
No, it could be like a farm simulator RPG game where like you start out like you know what I'm talking about, where like that you go out and you get quests and then you come back like and then it's just like you're in this hub.
like Stardew Valley or something.
No, there's like oh my gosh, there's like a bunch of Japanese RPGs like this where like we even saw a trailer for one recently where you're like the chick and you're just like it's kind of like Stardew Valley where you're like farming, but then you get quests and you go out and you slay monsters or whatever. But like this one, you're just chilling in the. I like go.
I like games. I like games where you can go out and loot and try to make it back, and either have the option to team up or just fuck whoever you see, or they can fuck you up. Like
Reminds me of Fallout 76.
I was about to say it's got some Fallout vibes going, but in the West.
in
I
the
want to try
West.
Fallout 76 now that
I'll
it works.
play it with
for-
you. It's pretty fun.
Well, it finally works on Game Pass PC. It wasn't for a long time.
Yeah, I think I'm like level 20 or something, so I'll hop in there with you if you want.
Word. So is that it, guys?
Hang
Or
on.
Brent, you got
I
one
got
last
one
one?
more
Okay.
for you here. The Battle of Castle Eater. Have you heard about this?
No.
have not.
No.
Okay, this is basically like the fucking World War II version of the Alamo. It's
Okay.
kind of crazy. Hold up, I'm gonna read this to you. Let's see. Oh God, where is it? Okay, the Battle of Castle Eater was fought on 5th of May, 1945, in the Austrian village of Eater in the North Tyrol region of the country during the last days of the European theater of World War II. It says troops of the 23rd Battalion of the 12th Armored Division of the U.S. blah blah blah. John C. Jack Lee, a number of Wehrmacht soldiers led by Major Joseph Sepp Gangle. There's a bunch of people, basically like 32 people or something, including this professional tennis player, held down this castle against like 200 German soldiers or some shit for like 2 days. And like I think only one of them died and 4 of them got wounded or something. But they got the professional athlete guy to like run out, and some of the people in the castle fighting were like German soldiers, because this was like 2 days before the war officially ended. So it was like German soldiers who were like already like basically surrendered.
Defecting.
Yeah, fighting against SS German soldiers, like, and Americans,
nice.
and this French professional tennis player,
What?
and they were all fighting each other in this like fucking conflict, like, and it lasted for several days, and then the tennis player guy like ran off out the door and like managed to get away. And like he ran all the way to the Allies and like gave them this letter like, yo, we're getting bombed, we're getting fucked up, come help us. And like he basically just put on an Ally uniform and went back with the Allies, and then like fucking stormed the castle and saved everybody. Just like pretty crazy. Like
Yeah, dude. That'd be. There's so many ways you could make that into a cool game.
you really could. There's like unique characters. There's like
Yeah.
enough like. There's like a small enough roster of people that are like actually real historical people that you could like have
Do, like, a
everybody that was
co-op
really
mode.
there. Yeah, you could do that. It would be cool.
Oh, for sure. Awesome.
Yeah, those are some cool historical events.
Yeah, I think we did good, guys. I
Yeah.
think we did good this week's topic. So pat yourselves on the back for history. No, but anyway, so we're gonna jump on over to the People's Champ. Brent, did we get any questions this week?
I think so. Hold on, let me check.
We for sure got one.
I did not even check, so I have no
last I
idea.
looked at it.
Hold on, let me see what
There
we
was
got
a-
here.
I know we had one from last week that somebody had posted late.
Okay, this isn't really a question. Yeah, get that one. He
Okay.
can be the people's champ.
Okay, I'll go find that one real quick while you do that one.
I'll go ahead and read this. It's not really a question. It's just a meme. It says they should make a co-op game where you and a buddy go through many levels, leveling up and beating bosses, but the final boss is each other. I've seen this meme before, and the one thing I always say is, check out that. What's that game? They've done this already. A Way Out. A Way Out. Go play A Way Out.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Oh wow.
It's
But you don't
exactly
build
what
up
you want.
stats. So he's talking like you just get like you actually build up your stats and like have like your own like fighting.
Like you're two
Uh,
badasses, but then at the end you have to fight each other.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
you gotta.
really, that's the only thing you don't do is build up stats. Other
No.
than that, it's like you're working together, and then
Yeah.
you have this epic shootout at the end. I mean, I've totally just ruined the whole game for you, but
and
it
But
does
go play it.
exist. It's out there. If that's what you really want.
whoever wins determines the end of the game, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool. Okay, so we got Alan Pino. I hope I'm saying your last name right. It could be Pino,
I
Pino,
like Pino,
with an
but
I.
I also like Pino if that's your name.
Okay, so he says with Samsung just adding Xbox apps on their TVs and other streaming services inevitably getting added to TVs in the future, will physical consoles become obsolete? I have predicted this for a long time. I think Xbox is going to get further and further away from their console stuff and make it less important. I don't think it'll make them obsolete, but it will make them on PC.
Yeah.
You can play fucking.
But you still need hardware. I think what he's saying is streaming.
Oh,
Streaming
getting away from console in
specifically,
general.
yeah, like
Maybe
not-
so. I think when streaming gets like to the same level as console quality. Like if they figure out the latency issue, then yes.
Well, yeah, the infrastructure has to get better as far as like our internet and everything. Like, yeah, gigabit's good, but even with gigabit, cloud gaming's still not quite there.
Yeah, but here's the problem with all that. It's like we're gonna have to take a massive step forward in streaming technology to catch it up to where we are with hardware. Because like
that's what he's talking about.
But like as soon as we get to that level with streaming, where we can do 4K, where we can do everything, flawlessly
without latency.
By that point, consoles will be doing 8K, fucking, 120 frames per second as the standard. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know that for a fact, but I just feel like I don't think like you're gonna have to like make bigger steps forward in the streaming department to catch up to the other one if you want to just abandon consoles altogether. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I only say that if you're like there's always going to be a market for somebody who wants the best experience.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And
that's what Xbox is doing.
Yeah.
If you want the best experience, you get a Series X.
Yeah.
If you just want Xbox, you go Series S. If you just want Xbox games and you don't want to pay for a console,
you want an even better,
get Game Pass and stream.
Yeah. You can do it on your phone.
You can do it on your phone.
But you gotta have good internet. You gotta have at least decent internet. You know what I mean? You can't just be like on 4G.
Yeah, even then you're still gonna have input latency.
Yeah, and then higher graphic fidelity games are still gonna have like a little bit of lag. And And like it's just not, it's not there. It has to
until they figure it out.
Well, and like y'all were saying, like there's always gonna be that niche market, that want to buy consoles and everything, and the standalone, machines to do gaming.
Oh yeah.
So,
for
but
sure.
I don't think it'll ever replace it.
We are well on our way to having a much more stable streaming ecosystem, though, and I do think it'll become more commonplace for people to replace it, like in their own personal world. Like I think you'll see more people who just opt to stream games like instead of buying a console. But I don't think consoles will ever just like go away. You know what I mean? Like because of that reason. You know
for
what I mean?
sure. Yeah. No, and we really like that question. Thanks, Alan. And he says, thanks, keep up the awesome work, homie. He said that to Brent whenever we were letting him know. So yeah, we're gonna keep up that awesome work, and like we said, we're actually gonna reboot. Yeah. So we'll let y'all know more about that soon, and we really appreciate the question. Thanks for being the people's champ this week. But anyways, so that's it for this week's show. So remember, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast, courtesy of GameSpeakPodcast.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast platforms, but you can watch it live before anyone else on twitch.tv/GameSpeak Podcast every Monday evening at 7:50 p.m. CST. Be sure to submit any questions you want us to read on the show to the GameSpeak Podcast Facebook group at facebook.com/group/GameSpeak Podcast, just like Alan, and just like, who was the other listener that wrote in? Was it Alonzi Jonesy?
No,
I'm very surprised.
Stephen B. Patterson Jr.
Oh, there we go. Just like him. And check out our video content on youtube.com/createforsanity. And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle I'll drop for Jamel. Brent has one. That's the number one. And Devin at Devondrius. And check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram